Hello, everyone. Welcome to the SpeedGaming Live online event 2022 first round match with ksinjah and Icola. I am joined here by what the hell's happened? What the hell's how you doing today?
Doing great, Doc. Really happy we get to commentate together. First time. Should be really great.
Goodness. I know. We're going to have to behave ourselves.
Yeah. No bias.
No. Icola, look, Icola got the jump slash there, saving himself time from having to push a second block. Not something we've seen since S3, baby.
Good OT history right here.
Oh my goodness. Well, I don't know about you. I'm excited about this match. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, it's exciting because this is ksinjah. Like, she qualified for the bracket. She started playing last June in 2021. Icola has been playing for 2 years, and he's been grinding for those years. I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure he's the OTR player with the most races.
It's not even a question. Like,
yeah.
Icola does at least 2 races a day, 365 days a year.
Yeah, and he's been just climbing the ranks. He was the first seed for the season 5 main tournament. He won the mixed pools tournament around 2 months ago. So he's been just really improving, and basically in every categories, whatever the settings, like, he's becoming a real threat in everything. But yeah, so in this tournament, he's a top seed, and he gets to play ksinjah, who is more upcoming, but also has been improving in the last year. So this is going to be a good match.
Absolutely. And then just a reminder for everyone, Icola's pronouns are he, him, and ksinjah's pronouns are she, her. Which I bring up because I also love I love it when we're getting more representation in Ocarina of Time Randomizer. So also seeing more female runners coming up the ranks is also just something amazing to see and fully support.
I agree. So it looks like we have a ZL start. So reminder, these settings, we do start with Prelude in every seed, which replaces one of the song checks with a junk item. So one of these song checks is not going to be a song. So you always hope it's not somewhere you have to go far to go get, because you'll be disappointed to just get a stick or a bloopy. But it does increase the mobility by a lot, like right from the beginning of the seed, which is interesting because it makes it that age changes aren't as big of a deal, because you always just instantly go to Temple of Time. So we can see some more aggressive plays with these settings than usual settings, I'd say.
And that's why I like it, is it provides for, I don't know, I personally feel like it kind of opens up routing options without having to really lose a whole lot of time in the process. So I think it's a great start.
Yeah, and it looks like it's a child start with ZL. So we'll see how that goes. And Light Medallion, the classic.
Ooh, you know what? At least that's like one medallion we don't have to worry about getting baited into. So, you know, it could be worse.
Yeah. That's the interesting thing with these settings also, that the Light Medallion dungeon is just the place to find items.
Yeah, it literally serves no other purpose. Also, shout outs to that Prelude start that we don't really need as child, because it's Hyrule Castle.
So here we go. Child market. Surprised Icola didn't get that hint. Guess he's saying no hints today.
Yeah. I mean, also skipping the Temple of Time hints. Yeah, really just kind of gunning it right for Lon Lon Ranch.
I mean, that's where we were waiting right before, so they just got back.
The seed knew. It just knew. Yeah, so as a reminder, the win condition for today. So we are looking for the 3 stones, the 3 child stones, in order to open up the bridge to Ganon's castle. We also need the Shadow and Spirit Medallion in order to get the Ganon boss key. So that's our win condition. In the meantime, I didn't read any of those hint stones, so I hope there was nothing important.
I might have misread, but I thought the Goron was just the rupee or something. We had Kakiri Forest, Way of the Hero, Gerudo Valley, Way of the Hero, and Death Mountain Trail, Foolish.
All right. So that's something that ksinjah is going to have that Icola will not have the opportunity to do, is ksinjah might just go Gerudo Valley after London Ranch and hopefully pick up some items in the loop there, whereas Icola might opt to rush straight to Kokiri Forest and go that way.
Yeah, either I think he's gonna walk out and do that, or just play Prelude and go adult. Just get this one song, and then go instant adult, and hope to get maybe a minuet in the adult segment to avoid having to walk out of the ranch, which is never like super great.
Yeah. And your odds are definitely going to go up with the fact that, well, that might change things. I liked where your head was at until, that moment. No, what I was going to say is that having Zelda's Lullaby in your first adult trip even makes it more valuable, because instead of just going and getting the Windmill song, you also can get the Graveyard song, and hopefully out of those two, you can get some other adult songs that chain and chain and chain.
Okay, there's Nocturne. And by the way, it is open Deku. So the Kokiri Sword is just nice to have. But they don't need to have it to go to Kokiri Forest and go to Deku Tree.
Honestly, in my head, I was trying to think. I was just like, okay, which settings am I playing? Which settings am I watching right now? Is it open or closed? Like,
same every time.
I was like, wait, is this League? Is this like what? What are we playing? Okay, yeah, so as you predicted.
Okay. But there is also play here that you could do, because you don't have money at the beginning. You could play Prelude here, go do Slingshot minigame on your way to Kokiri Forest, because that's like an underrated part of having Preludes. Sometimes it's harder to do those market checks because you're not passing through as much as you usually are. It's kind of like a small detour to go there. So it could be a thing, since you don't have rupees at the beginning, you play Prelude from the ranch, spend those rupees on the Slingshot minigame, and then from there walk to Kokiri Forest.
Yeah,
but it looks like Icola's not doing that here.
Because with Serenade, you have that opportunity to cut through. Yeah, you're right. And again, one of the advantages that Icola is going to have with this adult play is having that early Nocturne, which puts him right exactly where he wants to be in that Graveyard Kakariko area. Of course, going to check the save spawn first, just to make sure that it's not useful. Or that it is useful. It could put you somewhere nice.
Oh, see, that is nice.
Yeah. I was about to ask you what the hell. So what is the wildest spawn location that you've had?
The wildest? I mean, whenever you start in Wasteland, that's always surprising to have sand in your face. But...
Yeah, I had a child Wasteland start where it was between GTG and the river of quicksand.
Yeah.
As a child, and I'm like, what am I supposed to do with this?
Yeah. But if they didn't start with ZL, here they would have had the option to have ZL in Ice Cavern, but sadly they do start with ZL.
Yeah, that would have been nice, though.
And Icola got a hint that Scarecrow is dead, and the Hammer Chest in Fire Temple is a Slingshot, one of those dual hints.
Okay. What I was going to comment is that if you've been watching Ocarina of Time Randomizer recently, you'll know that Trick was discovered, a glitchless trick to be able to get around King Zora. So neither of these runners really need that Ruto's letter in order to go to Ice Cavern. They just need an empty bottle.
Yeah, and with that spawn, I think they'll be going there pretty quickly.
I would say so. It's great density in checks. They've already got Zelda's Lullaby, and so they could... I mean, if they get explosives, they can do that fountain. Extra song.
And that was Epona's song in the Composer Grave.
I'm not the biggest fan of early Epona's, because then it just because then GGG is just always lingering in the back of the mind of
it's always there.
It's always there. And you don't want to go too early because you might not have enough items, but you also don't want to put it off too late, and that's just to even assume if you need to go there in the first place.
Yeah, that GTG Stalfos is just there. That check. That one check.
Especially, when you get those seeds where that Stalfos is the required item, and you just, your checks are just going down and down and down, and in the back of your mind, you're like, There's always Stalfos, but I'd be riding out for like 2 checks.
Okay, Valley, Way the Hero. Here we go. Oh, that's good. That's an item we need.
I'd take that.
It is interesting because Icola still doesn't have those market hints. He's probably not going to get them again until he changes age. So.
Oh, because he save quit out. You're right.
Like, he is going to get it at some point. Like, there's no way he never gets those hints, but it will delay his hook shot a bit here.
What? That is a bloopy. I thought it was a hammer for a second. Tempo.
Oh.
Ooh.
Okay, and we have DC Force Medallion.
Yep. So especially in these settings, specifically the item that you would normally get from the Light Arrow cutscene, which is Shadow Medallion, Spirit Medallion, has been turned off and replaced by the Ganid boss key. And so we know that Temple of Time can only be pointing to the Prelude song check, which requires the Force Medallion. So really good information there for ksinjah in knowing that whatever Force Medallion ends up being, which I think we peaked, and I don't remember.
Yeah, it was the Dongo's Cavern.
Okay.
Yeah, they were probably going to beat it anyway, but at least now you know that song's going to be important.
Exactly.
And we did get a strength in Graveyard and a slingshot on Anju.
Nice. You know, love me some slingshots. Also, can we talk about how both runners are on 1 heart of health, and it's driving me crazy?
Yeah, I'm stressed.
Because I was like, wait, whose beeping am I hearing? And I'm like, well, it could have been either's.
So this is like basically pretty standard right now. With that strength and CAC, like Icola's definitely going to go up the mountain here.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. With a quick DC dip.
But not having the hookshot might cost him some time because he can't get the song in Crater. He can't access Forest Temple if ever he finds a bow. So we'll see here.
Ew.
Song of Time and Ice. Don't want to rush it as much. Oh.
Sorry, I just really hate Song of Time. Like, I just hate Song of Time.
It's beautiful GTG checks and logic.
Oh.
Okay.
Alrighty. Finding some great items here. We've got the eyeball frog there for the trade sequence, of course. And then Stone of Agony to help us find grottos, but these runners are of the caliber that they don't need that.
Okay, so interesting Icola playing Bolero here, like to get the song, but what is he going to do afterwards? Is he just going back child here?
I mean, maybe?
That's Serenade. Okay, maybe he doesn't want to commit to going up the mountain with just strength?
Okay.
Looks like it, okay.
I can support this play. Quick adult, get some density, go back child.
Yeah, focusing on the songs more than anything.
Yeah.
So this is where he might get those hints now.
Mm-hmm. Exactly to your point that, you know, when you have Prelude, you have so much mobility options that making quick jots like this, while it does lose you that transition time, by and large, it doesn't lose you a ton of time overall.
Yeah, exactly. It does make it so that, like, quote-unquote, unoptimal plays are good.
Mm-hmm.
Because you really don't get punished much. Like, the risk it takes to go change ages is not really that big of a risk anymore. So you can get more rewarded for those, unoptimal plays, if you want to call them that.
Yeah, because if you didn't have Prelude, that, you know, Icola would have had to have walked back to Temple of Time, age changed, and then walk back to Temple of Time again, which that's multiple minutes.
Yeah.
Versus just, you know, probably 30 to 45 seconds each age change with Prelude. So definitely something that's a lot more accessible. And they're still at 1 heart. What is happening?
Yeah. So what songs were Azadal? We had a Bolero, we had Eponas, and Serenade. Nothing that much that helps you for the child segment. I suppose Serenade helps a bit with the Gerudo Valley Way of the Hero. but not that big of an advantage.
Did Icola check the Temple of Time hint stones?
Yeah, he does have the info now.
Oh, okay, thank God. But actually skipped. Oh no, that's where the Gerudo Valley was. Okay. I was about to say skip the one in Hyrule Castle, but that didn't have a ton of information.
Oh, stacked house. Here we go.
Hi, Midos.
Aw.
Well, not everything can be winners.
Okay, a wallet. Shoes. Okay.
Hello.
And a hammer.
Which is going to be great for ksinjah because when she goes adult, she's going to get that strength, which will allow her to full clear DC in one sweep. Not logically, but with the bomb shoes and the strength and the hammer, even if she had a 5-pack, she's more than good.
Yeah, and with the hook shot, she could basically clear everything in that area.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and she has ZL, so yeah, you're right. She can do all the fairy grottos. Yeah, she can do all of Death Mountain Crater and all of Death Mountain Trail in one sweep.
Yeah.
So what song do we think can be a Temple of Time? I mean, what are we looking at? It could either be Forest Access, so like Minuet Serenade, or Saria's.
Yeah, or Storms or Requiem.
Storms or Requiem, yeah.
Like, usually you'd guess Storms, but you do have to beat Spirit, and you do have to beat Forest, so those songs associated with those dungeons, I mean, there is a chance it could just be that, which would be kind of underwhelming, but...
Look, I've realized in years of Ocarina of Time Randomizer to lower my expectations.
Yeah. I like this sync, though. This almost sync.
Oh, yeah? The double crawl? You know, I finally had an opportunity to look at ksinjah's tunic, and that is a stunning blue color. I'm loving that.
Yeah, I like it. Like Icola's, all business, no colors, just here to win.
I mean, that's pretty par for the course for Icola.
Yeah. Shows up, wins, goes home.
Goes home, drinks a latte. Yeah, and it's interesting because, you know, I look at Icola's side and you know, it looks as if Icola has fairly caught up on the child side. But then I remember, like, oh no, ksinjah has done Gerudo Valley. She has done Lake Hylia. Like, she's got that hook shot, and it's just such an advantage right now.
Yeah, so they're relatively close because of that. But I mean, we do have to mention that Icola on paper is definitely the favorite here, for sure. But I think, yeah, it all depends how the rest of the sea goes.
So you know, now that I'm having a chance to think about,
that hurts, ksinjah, though.
Of course.
That hurts.
Especially because SGL has free Scarecrow, and so she doesn't even need to go to Lake Estrella to set that.
Yeah, that really hurts. That now that early information she had for Valley ended up hurting her.
Yeah, because Icola will be able to leave once he's done with Valley.
Yeah, we had to mention it. We had to say it's an advantage for her.
And this will be interesting. I think you're going to start to see a little bit of the gameplay mechanics difference that might exist between the two runners as they're both kind of in Deku together. So it will be a nice side-by-side comparison of how their execution is and how does it compare to each other.
Oh yeah, and Icola does have the slingshot, so we can do that extra check in Lost Woods right now. All right, big chest. Let's go.
So the thing that I was thinking about, in thinking about that Valley Way of the Hero, is what's interesting is that, you know, that's a single hook shot, and water is nice Bighorn sword. Water is, you know, otherwise a non-required medallion, and so are we looking at something that's either like hookshot, locked hookshot? Are we looking at something like where long shot might be required?
Yeah, are we looking at a burning cack required kind of see? Because we don't have that hint yet.
And that's kind of what I started thinking about. I was like, is this a burning cack because of that hook shot being with Hero in an otherwise what we know so far is non-required water dungeon or water medallion.
Yeah, because we are missing some important songs like the Fourth Texas, like we said, sure, but also Requiem and Storms. We're assuming one of them's in Temple of Time. The other one could easily be on Burning Cack because we have the Ice Cavern information. We're kind of running out of songs relatively quickly.
Yeah, I think our only, because we know Song of Time is in Ice Cavern, so we've got that under lock. And apart from that, yeah, the only other song that we're missing is Saria's song, and also the forced the minuet check.
Yeah,
which isn't currently in Logic, but I'm sure that'll come to Logic pretty soon here.
Okay, double defense, nice early protection, especially if you're not opening small chests. That's also part of what is the difference in the timing to do Decotru right now, because ksinjah is opening the chests in the compass room right here and getting the skull, whereas Icola just peeked at the chest and left. So already that's a significant difference just inside this dungeon.
Yeah, I think I had a thought. I think it was a good thought. It's now gone. So
no.
It's just. But imagine that it was like beautiful commentary, and you're like, absolutely, I totally agree with you heaps.
It was for sure. It was gonna be for that. Yeah. You'll find something else that's equally as great.
I hope so.
Okay. Oh yeah, Slingshot and Kakiri Sword. That's true. That's a good combo. Now we can just spam on Goma.
I was about to say, it makes it for the most free Goma, and I love it. It's like, I don't even need to try. Like, I could take a bathroom break between crouch stabs, and Goma would still be there.
You're back to being a kid and playing it on Christmas morning. Like, just playing with all the items.
I mean, nobody at the time that told me about power crouch stabs, so it wasn't in the game manual.
Okay, it's a Lost Woods time for Icola.
And we have not seen how many bomb chews they have yet, right?
I think it's 10.
What's power crouch stab? So you'll see on ksinjah's side, ksinjah just went for a jump slash there for two reasons. One, to get broken stick. That way she can maintain stabbing Goma with one singular stick instead of multiple sticks. Also, I know that you're trolling, but this is an important thing to talk about. I will still talk about this. So you'll notice that Goma was able to be defeated in 3 crouch stabs. That's because ksinjah stored the damage from the jump slash and was able to transfer. Oh god.
Oh boy.
And was able to transfer that damage value into crouch stabbing. So. Joke's on you. I took your joke, and I actually taught chat about something. For maybe the 2 people who have not played Ocarina of Time Randomizer who are currently in
Hey,
chat.
there probably is at least one person, and I'm really happy for that person right now. They're probably popping off because they're so happy.
They're like, oh my god, I finally understand why they always do crouch stabbing. And I'm like, I'm here for you.
Yeah, so Vidya, the true hero.
Yeah, so there you go. Thank you, Vidya, for allowing us to have this educational opportunity.
But yeah, the big moment here, potentially, that slingshot that was on Anju, or that quick addle dip by Icola, gets rewarded with magic on the slingshot target. That is a hard check to come back to for ksinjah later. So if you're her, you gotta hope there's either another magic somewhere, or that you have another opportunity to come back here. Yeah.
And it's, there being 2 in the world, like, there is a chance, but God, second magic loves to be hidden somewhere dumb.
Yeah. Okay, Gerudo Archery dead, and we had a boomerang in that Lost Woods Grotto, which is in logic with the hammer.
Oh, true, you're right. I forgot that they got 2 different forms of explosives. Yeah. How many? Okay, so they had 10 bomb chews. And I think that's something. Go for it.
I was just going to say that when Icola, right after this, is going to go to Valley, he can also do the higher field checks on the way because he has the explosives at this point. ksinjah didn't.
Mm-hmm. Making it just a little bit more efficient. What I was going to mention was... Nope, see, gone. Wow. Yeah, honestly, this is because I just woke up. That's what I'm going to say. I worked until 8 a.m. this morning. I got 5 hours of sleep, and I'm here now. So this is this is just delirium brain. So I am truly sorry.
That's good. That's the only way to commentate.
What I was gonna say, I remember now, is one of the changes that they made in SGL versus maybe some other tournaments that you might have watched is that they placed bomb chews in big chests, like the big gilded chests this time around, versus in other tournaments that you might have seen where they have placed them in your normal small chests. So you'll see a lot of runners skipping small chests now because they know that they're not going to find explosives. Whereas before, they might have opened up small chests until they got something like hammer, bomb bag, etc.
So you saw what song was in Sacred Forest Meadow, right?
No.
Because I didn't.
Storms. It looks like Storms. I was like, is this a quiz? Because I have no idea.
Just trying to subtly ask. Okay, interesting hits, though. We have Ice Cavern Way the hero and Ranch Way the hero.
Interesting. We also got... So Ranch, we got Nocturne?
I think we just got Nocturne in Ranch.
God, we're terrible at our jobs here.
Yeah, no, it was just Nocturne.
Okay. So that's now Nocturne Way the hero for Fire Medallion, and also Hookshot Way the hero in Valley. So there is an increasing chance that we might need the Burning Cax song based off of the hints that we've gotten so far.
And Domain Foolish, you love to see that.
Truly. Especially knowing that our adult spawn is in Zora's domain.
Yeah.
Like we don't need to do King Zora. Like you just run with that bottle.
And you know it's not going to be Song of Time. That's Way the hero because it's already hinted. So there's going to be an item in Ice Cavern.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that'll be nice. So, this is Icola doing Valley. Gonna get their hook shot. And ksinjah here should be pretty much good to go. I think she's gonna save scum these bomb chews and then be sorely disappointed when the last check that she's gonna get from these bomb chews is Boomerang.
Yeah.
And be like, what do I do now?
Oh, Icola getting lake hints. Huh. Also, I think... Wait, I think ksinjah forgot she had the Kokiri sword, maybe? She's breaking all her sticks. She never equipped it.
Yep, no, you're right. She has Kokiri sword. Yep.
Well, hopefully she remembers when it's Jabu time or something.
Yeah, truly.
Icola, yeah, playing this really safe. It looks like he doesn't want to let anything slip. He's probably just thinking, I'm the higher seed here. This is round 1. I don't want to take any risks at all. Give me all the information I can get. And not really getting rewarded, but he's confident in his execution that he can take this little detour.
And that's what I was thinking, because the last thing that you want is something like a 30 skulls hint that's way in the middle of nowhere to say, 30 skulls is your mirror shield, and then do every other check under the sun, not find your mirror shield, and then later on that it was just 30 skulls and the hint was accessible in quotes, but somewhere that might have been a little bit frustrating to get to.
So ksinjah has options here. She could go to play Nocturne and full clear the well, or she could go just adult at this point and basically do the whole mountain. And I like that she got the stick upgrade after she was at 0. So
Yeah. No, and you know, I think both have their merit. You know, on the one hand, doing bottom of the well is some of your highest density, uh, especially having things like ZL, bomb shoes, chest size matches contents. Like you can do that so fast.
Yeah.
However, she knows that she has to do DC because of that Temple of Time hint.
Yeah.
And so, you know, do you push what you would do, what you know to be something I have to do versus density?
Interesting that she's not keeping the boomerang here. It looks like she's saying I can come back and pick it up later, and instead deciding to keep those 10 shoes. It's interesting. I mean, I'm biased. I never like scumming shoes.
I was about to say, I've
it's-
never once seen you save some shoes.
Yeah, I always think it's overly complicated and you're losing time. And there's a bomb bank somewhere or more chews. But that's me. Here, the only thing I'd be afraid of is that what if you don't get a scale, and once you get that Rudo's letter, when it's time to just be like, okay, I'm going to Jabu, you'll have to take that detour to Lost Woods, and you don't know if you'll have Minuet, you don't know if you'll have a scale, like you don't know. At that point, I feel like I'd rather just get rid of those 3 chews just for that certainty that you have the boomerang in your possession whenever it's time to do it. So, plus she has those 20 sticks, but I mean, okay, she did equip the Kokiri sword.
She remembered. It's fine. She has 2 sticks now. Everything's okay.
Yeah, it's just a risk that if she finds Rudo's letter in the well, basically, she can get it as adult when she moves. But it's just if the letter is here, you're kind of in a bad position. But
yeah,
hey, it's definitely a play.
Yeah, no, and I think I would agree with you. You know, 7 chews is very manageable in this seed. And so being willing to you know trade a few chews for having that boomerang, I think I would agree with you on that.
But who knows? It might be irrelevant anyway. Maybe she just get the boomerang and it's all good. So
it's still rando, so it's gonna do whatever it wants anyway.
Oh, barely.
If you're wondering where that hook shot is, there's the hook shot. Strength was on Man on Roof?
It was Shieldgrave.
Shieldgrave. Okay. I was like, I don't know, somewhere in Kaka Graveyard.
Okay, so she is doing the well. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If she finds a bow here, that would be... She could do forest in her mountain trips.
My one question is, does she do chickens while she's here? And I think she does.
Yeah, 3 chickens. You might as well. But Icola's following her. Looks like he's doing the same play.
Going in the well. Yep. Again, not a bad play at all. I think if I were in their shoes, I think I'd be more inclined to go to DC first. Grab my Prelude song check and just kind of roll from there. But I don't think this is a bad play at all.
Yeah, because you look at the number of items. Oh no! Not
yes!
like this! No!
Yes! Yes!
Be careful with your Deku nuts around chickens. It happens. That's the thing with 3 chickens. You see that more often than with 7 chickens. People try to use the nut to get that chicken off. But then you get that surprise. But I wanted to say, I think with this combination of items, yes, they can do stuff as adult, but I think there's also value in the fact that they do still need a good amount of items, and that maybe trying to clear the well before you go to your next adult segment is like the better play, because then you might be more ready in your adult segment with more items to maybe do more in GTG, do more in Forest.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like they can go adult and just do a bunch of dungeons. It's really just DC and Goron City right now.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm just soaking in information from the master. I'm just like, yes, Keep,
But that's
keep
just my
talking
opinion.
about
That's
it.
just my
Grab my
opinion.
notebook. And
Hey, some people might disagree.
I mean, for those of you who don't know, I'm gonna brag about what the hell is for just a little bit. He was the SGL 2021 Grand Champion, so he is very experienced in the Ocarina of Time randomizer scene and very accomplished runner. So I would generally trust what the hell says.
Oh, you're gonna make me blush here.
And then there's other of us who went 0-2 in S5. So we just have an entire spattering of skilled runners on commentary.
Was that? Oh, a 5-pack in the coffin. Okay.
I think it was a 10-pack because
Oh, a 10-pack. Yeah.
because Icola was already down to 5.
I mean, that is pretty decent value for the well here.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, you take that for something that you were probably going to do the well anyway.
Yeah.
Nice to have a bit of insurance.
Yeah, it's always a frustrating check to do. Just because you've got the I was gonna say redead, and I was like, nope, not redead. The other screamy enemy.
Gyptos.
Joe's. Why did I sign up for commentary?
You didn't study the Zelda enemies before this? I had my Zelda Nintendo Power Guide. I was looking at everything.
I still can't get over the fact that there are literal bubbles in this game, and they are not called bubbles.
Yeah.
That's honestly what hurts the most.
I love it.
But so far, not really paying out. Yes, the 10-pack is nice. And I support them, going for it. But beyond that, really nothing else.
Yeah, and the adult metal song is out of logic still.
Yeah.
So that might be what we get from beating BC, which again would be very underwhelming, but that's a very real possibility right now, I think.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And it might be one of those that it ends up being, Minuet or Saria's to then lead to Requiem and, everything that we had previously thought anyway. But yeah, nothing in the well. We got what? Let's see. I think this was. Oh no, this was
just here. That's why he's going. Oh, ksinjah failed.
Hello. The easiest second. So this actually paid out huge for ksinjah.
Yeah.
Because this more than likely ended up being a waste of time for Icola and not required, but almost certainly where ksinjah's going to get her first and possibly only magic.
Yeah, chances that she goes back to Child Lost Woods right now are really low. It would need to be like one of those seeds that just goes on and on.
Yeah. So this was actually huge for ksinjah in that sense that the only thing here was magic.
Yeah, because Bombag should probably be somewhere soon at this point. Like you have the hammer, you have the strength. You have a lot of checks open.
It's just in GGG.
Probably. Stalfos.
Yeah. Because that's how it'd be. And again, to your point earlier, you see Icola playing Bolero, because they can do everything in Death Mountain Crater and Death Mountain Trail and Goron City on their way to doing everything in DC.
And Fire Temple, honestly. Like, the health is low and no bottle, but they do have a wallet, so if they get money, that could be good.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was the last second.
I would not have gone for that, I'll be honest. And this is why Icola's better than me.
Oh!
Oh! Hello, shinies. Even more so. Go GGG. There you go.
Yeah, all they're missing is a boat to basically full clear except toilet.
Yeah, and we all know that Ice Cavern's in their future, so...
Yeah, they're really looking for a bottle anywhere. Screw logic, just give them a bottle.
Honestly.
It's a minor thing, but ksinjah has been opening so many small chests, and she hasn't been rewarded for health. Like, usually the reason you open those chests is because you're looking for hearts at this point. And as we can see, they both have the same amount of hearts. So that gamble, or reverse gamble, not paying off.
You know, and speaking of being a little bit more aggressive in grabbing hints, Icola using, you know, one of their very valuable and limited bomb chews to grab that hint. Which we saw was just a repeat of the horseback archery hint.
There's the magic. ksinjah fans in chat popping off.
Wait, is Death Mountain Trail bearing?
Trail is foolish, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I was like, did I miss? Okay, I'm pulling up the well curated Excel document so that way I can follow along. As I was getting grief by one of the trackers that I was not consulting it enough.
More chews, okay. Okay. Wait, this is in a foolish area, so he went for that hint.
And saw
gets rewarded by chews. I wonder if ksinjah goes for that.
I mean, I don't disagree with that play. I mean, I have been in go mode and see a big chest, and I'm like, I guess I'll open it.
Yeah.
Why not?
Do you think he's looking for the Burning Cack hint? That's why he's really going for those hints, because of that potential Requiem on Burning Cack, and he really wants the confirmation?
You know, he might be.
Because it is risky. If you're the top player, of course you're like, okay, I have the execution advantage, but to commit to AD in a C where it's not AD, even for a top player, that doesn't mean you can get out of that situation. So that you must be a little nervous right now, thinking if it's not AD and he goes for it, he could get screwed. So he's really checking those hints.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't disagree with that. The other hint. Oh no, we did find a 30 hint. Never mind. That was the only other one that I was just like maybe, but we have found a 30 hint. So. Yeah, because you're right. Being quite, I mean, lots of hint stones that I wouldn't have gotten otherwise. Back of lake, using a bomb chew to get, get that Death Mountain Crater hint. So
yeah, I wonder if he maybe once it's Ice Cavern time, maybe do River before or after, and that's a bunch of hint stones. So good chance the info is there.
Yeah. There's, and I think that's one of the reasons why. I may have taken after the French in the sense that I will oftentimes do early river because those 3 hint stones, in some of these settings, especially like dual hints, like they can be so powerful. And it's not even about the items; it's just about that early information that can really do a leg up on the seed. And then you just find another copy of it, and next Temple of Time, you get angry.
Yeah.
I had that happen once where I did Back of Lake and found some, stupidly powerful hint. I don't remember what it was, but it was like a location that it was like Haunted Wasteland was on the path. And I was like, oh my God, I'm going to win this seat. And then I went to Lost Woods and it was just right there. And I was like, come on. I worked hard for that hint.
A scale, okay.
Which we knew that we needed either scale or bomb bag in order to do Ice Cavern, as we don't have access as a child to that location. So
Yeah.
you know, it's something. It's not great, but it's something.
Well, okay. That's iron boots. So
Yeah, which allows them to do all of Zor's fountain in one sweep.
yeah, we don't know yet if it's required, but there is a chance.
Yeah, it is. It is just nice to know that if you're going to go Ice Cavern, that you can just do both at the same time.
Oh, there you go. The opening small chest all of a sudden rewarding with two hearts in graveyard here. One heart container and one heart piece to complete another heart container. There you go.
What are your thoughts on small chests? Do you open them? Do you skip them? Do you open them to a point?
In SGL, I think I open them now that we have the choose and big chests. I really don't open them as much. Usually early, I open them for money, and then if you get hearts, then good. But otherwise, I think unless they're right in your face, then I wouldn't open it.
Yeah, I would tend to agree. I think I play a little bit more conservative, where I try to hit 5 hearts before I stop opening. In the very off chance that I want to go fire and I don't have something like a tunic or a wallet, I can at least feel confident that I have 40 seconds on the timer. I can do anything in Fire Temple in 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, it's more of a, not necessarily a stay alive thing, but okay, now I don't have to worry about Fire Temple. Like, I am done. I can do fire.
Yeah, because it can actually cost you a lot of time. Like, if you're not opening chests, and then you go to fire and you have to pick up a fairy, then just like that, you're already losing a lot of the time you saved, because it is kind of minor to not open small chests. You're not going to win a race because you didn't open small chests, really. Probably.
I'm sure someone somewhere lost by just enough time that had they not opened up small chests, they might have won.
Yeah.
But I agree with you. I think by and large, it's pennies on the dollar at the end of the game.
All right, so Icola done with DC. He didn't do Goron City yet. That's the only thing on the mountain he hasn't done, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So he's probably going to do that and then check the song in Temple of Time.
Mm-hmm. What would be your guess for that song? Like, are you thinking it's going to be the Requiem, which might give us forest access, or do you think it's forest access that might then give us Requiem?
I don't know. I guess the
It's
worst
gotta be
scenario.
one or the other.
Well, it could be forest, and it leads to Saria's, and then Requiem's on Burning Cack. I don't know. It just feels like it's gonna end up with that, like with that Nocturne Wave the Hero and that hook shot. It's just fishy right now.
It's really fishy right now. Saria's would just be the worst song here. You're hoping at least for Minuet, because at least Minuet can get you to Forest Temple.
Sunsong.
What? In the immediate Nocturne.
What? The one thing we never would have even
God,
thought.
I love the just free information. It's just like, here, you know what check you need to do now. Go and do it. It's about as free of a hint as you can get.
That's a rare one.
Oh, I love it. All right, so bow incoming is my guess.
Oh, that complicates the song situation now.
Yeah, I think that's crossing the wasteland.
All right, what do we got? Could be letter, could be bow. Oh.
Well, that's underwhelming.
Okay, we can beat the game.
God, I want my hint back. Give me a new hint seed.
Well, we do need that, so there you go.
Technically, you're right. It is on the way of the hero, but I'm still not happy about it.
Yeah. All those scenarios, and then it's just for the lights.
It's just lights. Yep. So, wow. So the other scenario is that we haven't talked about the song that we get from all the stones.
Oh yeah.
Jabu and Fire. So once we get Letter, there could be a song locked that way. Because at this point, we don't have forest access. And it's like, do we cross the wasteland for like forest access? Like, where are you trying to take us, Seed?
Yeah, I guess you go straight to Meadow first to see what's happening.
Yeah.
If you can get a Requiem there to get more info. But you're right that it is easy to forget the OT song in these settings. Because we're so used to the OT in normal settings being just like, oh, also
Ooh.
that is, oh my god.
Okay.
Oh,
and
bottle.
There's your bottle.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff in just a few seconds. So Requiem is hard required in this seed. Oh boy.
And one of those times that I'm super appreciative of those double hints, because that is probably the most money hint that Icola could have gotten out of those double hints.
Yeah, that is huge.
Money.
So if Requiem's on Burning Cack, it's just 100% you have to beat those dungeons.
Yep. And Icola's going to pick, he's going to get that information real fast soon of go to Forest Temple. What song do I get? If I get Requiem, we're done. If I don't get Requiem, I know Song of Time is an Ice Cavern, and that leaves me either the Burning Cack or the Ocarina of Time.
Yeah.
For that Requiem.
So he's not getting that song right now. He's going straight to Ice. But I guess he can just play Bolero to go to Forest afterwards.
Yeah, that's fair. I think if you're already, towards Forest, go and grab your song and then save quit afterwards. But that's me. That's what I would have done.
Yeah, maybe he's hoping he gets a bow in Ice, and that's the way of the hero, so he can do it in one trip.
That's fair. I support that. Because knowing my luck, I would definitely come out here and have it be like, grab the song, go to Ice Cavern, it's bow, and I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Seed. It's never happened to me before. Never gotten burned by that.
Never.
Nope. Not like every Seed.
That's a good point by Vidya, though, because you'll get Song of Time in Ice. So if you don't find a bow, you can do the courtyard still.
That's fair. Yeah, if you find no bow, no key, yeah, you could still do the courtyard. Yeah, you're right.
Vidya carrying commentary today.
I mean, Vidya, you are more than welcome to hop in here. My delirious ass is still just kind of struggling to be upright. But I mean, how can you say no when ksinjah asks if you would do commentary? Like,
impossible.
Yeah, truly. So I was like, yes, ksinjah, I will wake up for you after 5 hours of sleep in an overnight emergency room shift that was busy as hell.
I appreciate it, though. I'm happy we can do this.
Yeah, I'm happy we can too. And beautiful item, absolutely worth the dive.
That is really good, because now he can put it in Forest Temple if he doesn't get Minuet.
See? I doubted Icola's routing, and I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
I should never doubt.
Yeah, if you think Icola's making a wrong decision, no, you're wrong.
Yes, and I was wrong. And I fully and humbly admit that. Great backup strat there from ksinjah.
Yeah. Yeah, that can be frustrating if you mess up and you have to fall, but no, she got it, the backup first try.
Yep. Whew, sorry. I think one of the things that I've learned in my time of doing Ocarina of Time Randomizer is have a strat for everything, have a backup strat for everything.
Yeah.
Like for example, like Ice Cavern. We're coming up on the block push room where it's like, okay, I can do it with ground jumps, great. What are my backups though? Like, what happens if I don't have bombs? Well, I can do it with hovers. Well, what happens if I don't have bombs or hovers? Can I still do this?
yeah, what if you run out of bombs and you weren't expecting it, and especially because you're going to be in tournament matches and high pressure situations. You don't want to lose time because you didn't practice your backup strat or something. You want to make sure you can just do it and keep focusing on your routing.
Yep. Yep. So I think that's something that I have noticed and also have been practicing. Something that will oftentimes separate good runners from great runners. It's the little things. It's the ability to say, okay, in any circumstance, I feel confident in being able to do this location with these items or layout, because I've practiced all the different variations that could exist. Because I think another classic one is, Water Temple, Gold Scale, where you have to do Dragon Chest. It's like, have you practiced doing it from the river? Have you practiced doing it from the actual Dragon Chest itself with Bomb Chews and the dive? Because oftentimes that can separate. You can hemorrhage minutes if you haven't practiced that.
And I think ksinjah on King Dodongo did the classic, I'm looking at my notes before the fight, but you have to fight with strength, so you really need to go pick up the bomb immediately. That happened to everyone.
Oh, God. Oh, my. I hate this scene.
There you go, Dins.
Yeah, well, and we had, if I remember correctly, the last... Was it a single hint or a double hint that was the Song of Time?
It was a single hint.
It was a single, okay. I'm pulling open the hint sheet so that way I don't get yelled at by the trackers. Single hint, okay. Because this can be one of those double hints, where you can get a hint about not only the song check, but also the item that's there. This is my preferred strat right here. You push it once, you roll at the edge there, gets the hop. That's my preferred backup strat because I suck at doing the side hop, neutral rolls, side hop, jump, garbage.
Yeah, I like that backup too.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Oh, just
I have a little bit different of a setup here.
Just eyeballing it.
Yeah, just YOLO. And then I think everyone does the final setup the same. The side hops with the neutral roll into the backflip.
Yeah, this seed is smelling more and more like AD.
Yeah.
It's just tempting us. Like, we're just never going to know. It's like, oh, we're not sure, but at some point we're going to get the info.
Oh, Icola actually starting this trick off at the pillar there. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what I do too. Where do you stand to start it?
I start in the corner, the ledge that you jump up of. You go to that corner, you do side hop, neutral roll with a Z target, and that gets you the alignment there.
Okay.
And then backflip, side hop. With the one note, and this is where what Icola had messed up the first time that Icola did that trick, is you have to wait until Link stops sliding backwards before you can do the side hop. Otherwise, you're not going to get the right position. And so, jump the gun just a little bit too early.
And we haven't found the junk item on a song yet. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
So
it's just going to be out in Desert Colossus,
yeah, or OT.
Yeah, some dumb something. But I mean, this is almost certainly looking like they're going to need the Burning Cack song.
Let's see, what do they need for the confirmed dungeons? They need Mirror Shield, a bow, Ruto's letter.
That's it?
Hover boots. So
I guess, hover boots.
Well, yeah, okay. We don't know yet, but
yeah. Well, and I was about to say, it might be logically required, but both these runners are definitely of the caliber that they should be able to do Fire Temple without hover boots. Unless you were talking about Shadow, and then in which case it's a different story.
Yeah, and Icola, now that he has a bottle, he could be more keen to go to Fire Temple. He does have 20 chews. If he had money, he could buy the tunic, but 4 hearts and a bottle, that should be okay, especially with chews.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is progression.
Yeah, and I think that's why I personally like it. Is it's that progression where it's a location that you're gonna have to do no matter what anyway. And I think he's a little bit lost here.
Yeah. Icola also needing that Nintendo Power Guide.
I can honestly say that I have definitely gotten lost in Shadow before. I'm like, I have done this dungeon 300 times.
Yeah.
Why am I lost? What the hell? Do you want to answer that question? From JD Silvergan, are glitches tricks in logic for this? And if so, which ones are they?
So Icola did King Zora skip, which is just a jump. You don't need any glitches, any bomb strats, or anything. It's just a precise jump, so it's not considered a glitch, but it gives you access to the Ice Cavern. And the trick is not in logic. So to access Ice Cavern, you need to move King Zora. So you need Rudo's Letter, and you need an access to Child Zora's Domain. But here, in this rule set, it's been over a year now. You can always just jump over King Zora whenever you want.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some other classic ones. For example, Mido typically blocks your access to Forest Temple in the Forest Temple area, but we can skip over Mido using a relatively precise angle. It's not terrible, and a backflip. So like that's available. What we would call ground jumping, using a bomb to be able to store the jump animation, and then using that at your leisure. We also allow in these settings. So very minor tricks and logical workarounds, but nothing that you would typically see watching. For example, if you were watching a speed run of ZFG, watching one of his speed runs, you wouldn't see anything along those lines. So like no bottle shenanigans, no
super slides.
Super slides. Yeah, none of that thing. Speaking of Mido skip, here's relatively precise angle. It's not crazy, but allows you to get over that Saria's song requirement.
So, do you think it's going to be the junk item here? It just feels like it's going to be the junk item.
I think the seed's going to be dirty. I think this is going to be Requiem. And I think it's going to be AD for forced access. It just feels like it. Oh yeah, when we talk about what the hell is being a very skilled runner, did in fact beat ZFG in a race. So
I still need to get that framed and put it on my wall. One race against ZFG.
God, I would.
I'm retiring.
I would absolutely put that on my resume of, beat ZFG in an Ocarina of Time randomizer. Nope, Sarias.
Okay. So, Minuet is on OT, Burning Tack, or the Desert.
Yeah.
And Requiem is also on one of these. And OT doesn't... the dungeons don't require to cross the desert. They don't require forest access. It's just Jabu Fire and Deku. So OT can be any of Minuet or Requiem right now, I think.
Which is why I'm like, I feel like OOT is just going to be the junk item. Like I just feel like like it's just the stones are too easy, the hints are too strange. Like I feel like it's gonna be a lot of work for Requiem and Minuet, and then the song that you're just naturally gonna get along the way is just gonna be nothing. But I've been wrong before, I can be wrong again, absolutely. Yeah,
I wonder if ksinjah's having controller issues, because she does keep equipping the ocarina.
Yeah, interesting. I don't know. First try. Let's go, Ksinjah.
Easy.
And something you might see ksinjah do that Icola didn't, surprisingly, is its free Scarecrow. And so while Icola did the setup for the Sacred Forest Meadow maze skip, Icola might just pull out, or ksinjah might just pull out her ocarina. Yeah, there she goes.
Yep.
Easy peasy. Hook shot squeezy.
So here, ksinjah doesn't have Furrow's Wind from Zora's Fountain set if there's no bow in here. And with no minuet, I mean, she's probably going to have to walk back.
Yeah.
Depending on if she ends up having minuet before the bow.
So in looking at the two runners, I think that's the only difference between the two. Is that Icola has done ice and ksinjah has not.
I think so, right? Yeah, they have the same items that are in the Shadow Dip.
Why is it sometimes people get Mado skip after like 5 to 10 jumps even without changing angles? So, God, first of all, because Mado skip sucks. Second off, sometimes it deals with things like positions and angles, and sometimes those can slowly shift as you're doing the backflips. And so you can put yourself in a position where it becomes doable after a few attempts, even without changing your Z target angle. More often than not, though, if it's not going to work in the first 2 or 3 times, you're just going to have to reset your angle because it's just not a good angle.
So yeah, I wonder if ksinjah ends up doing the same thing here if she goes and push the blocks and deals that recoil, because she kind of has to. She doesn't have the Song of Time either.
Yeah.
So either she's just doing these 2 checks and leaving, or she was going to go and do that recoil.
I think if you're coming into Forest and having already done a sizable amount of checks already, I think it's worth doing the recoil.
Yeah, because it's so far to come back to. So if there's something here like a bow and you miss it, that would hurt.
Yeah. And it is in logic, as you were saying, with that Song of Time. Well, okay, I take that back, because we have no idea where Letter is.
Yeah, and we have no idea where Forest Texas is.
I just assumed, because we started in Zora's Domain, I was like, oh yeah, that's in logic.
Yeah.
No, it's absolutely not.
Hey, it's gonna be like we said, everything's in GTG. Right? As soon as we got Epodas, it's like, yeah, GTG is the solution to all our problems.
It's gonna be bow, it's gonna be letter. I mean, it really does feel like it at this point. Like, where if you're Icola, you go fire after this, and then GTG. I think that's it.
Yeah, there's nothing else, really.
Yeah, I think...
Except some garbage child checks and things like that.
Well, nobody likes them anyway.
Yeah, like, what, Darunia? Like, Cult Kid? Like...
So something interesting to, now that that's been brought up, something interesting to point out for those who might not have seen a whole lot of Ocarina of Time Randomizer. When we talk about Way of the Hero, it means that there is an item, song, etc. that's required to help advance the game. The one exception to that is if a location was already hinted, that hinted location cannot be what is pointed to in the Way of the Hero hint. So specifically in this example, because Ice Cavern was Way of the Hero, it could be Din's or Song of Time, except for that Song of Time was already hinted, so that immediately removes it from the possibility of Way of the Hero songs or items. So in this case, it can only be the Din's Fire. It cannot be the Song of Time. Could still be required, but is not going to be the target of that Way of the Hero hint.
Yeah, that would just be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I like this play. To not fully commit to GTG yet, using the save warp point to go down the river, which has a bottle. Are
you kidding me? Is that letter?
I never know.
Oh, yeah, you're a virtual console player, that's right.
I just picked that up, whatever.
I think it is. That's
yeah, it is. There you go. It's part of the logic.
And the interesting thing at this point is that the only access we have to that is a scale.
Yeah, no hover boots, so that it's only the scale that put that in logic, puts Jabu in logic now.
Yep, because we also don't have a bomb bag.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I really like this play by Icola, like using the Savor point to go down the river on his way to GTG. Just getting more info, getting more checks, and oh boy.
And I think that's one of the things that I've learned a lot by watching Icola.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Okay, so what this means, folks, friends, that is what we would call a sphere 0 item, meaning that it requires, there it is, of course, meaning that that item does not require any other items in order to obtain. So there is a sphere 0 hookshot and also a Way of the Hero hookshot. So there's a long shot. Had we not gotten that Requiem hint, I could have been like, oh, that means long shots required. Well, yeah, now it's like, no, duh.
Yeah, that long shot was the same thing as getting that hint, basically.
Yeah. He got the same amount of information at the same time. One was in the form of an item, one was in the form of an always hint.
So at this point, if you're Icola, you're rushing. We're going to see fire, we're going to see water, and we're going to see Jabu all back to back.
Yep. So buckle in, folks. We're in the slog of the seed now.
Yeah, I hope you like dungeons.
No, and it'll be a good opportunity to talk about some of the small executional things that Icola will do in order to save a little bit of time in these dungeons and try to make them more efficient.
Okay, but if you're ksinjah, where do you go now? Is it a fire time or
fire time? Either fire or ice.
Oh yeah, it's probably ice.
Yeah.
Or
fire because it's there's fire. Fire because it's a required dungeon. Ice because it's Way of the Hero. I think you're good on both of those.
The question is, like, it would hurt if she does GTG before River at this point. So you gotta hope, if you're a ksinjah fan, that she goes to River before going to GTG, because that River is loaded with information and items.
Yeah, right. Absolutely need that letter, and as we've learned, absolutely need that long shot. The one thing that I'm a little bit hesitant about with fire, and we'll learn as we go along, is fire bow locked?
Yeah, that's true. That's a good point.
Mm-hmm. And Icola's already dropped their Forest Wind and Forest, and really don't want to break that. And so, should it be bow locked, Icola's going to have quite a bit of a hike to get back here.
So, do you think maybe Jabu first would be better for the potential of a bow in there? It's still progression, and you have to do it
right here.
Oh my god. Okay. Well, never mind.
Yeah, I was like, I hear you. What the hell's? And also, it's just like right there. You talked about this earlier. This is just straight time loss on Icola's side, because he only has 4 hearts. And as much as I would love to say that Vavagia is possible on 4 hearts, which with bomb chews, it is technically possible to do on 4 hearts.
Yeah, it is. It's just riskier, and you need to. This is. Oh, that's not good.
There's no way. There's no.
Oh, there is a way. Is there? Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I doubted you, Icola. I shouldn't have. You're right. I don't know what I was thinking. That was hot damn.
Okay, but ksinjah doing river, so she's gonna get everything now.
Yep. Yep.
Right before Ice Cavern.
And that is why Icola was the #1 ranked player in Zelda Speedrun Season 5.
Yeah, no hesitation.
Execution like that.
Oh, that is did that? Okay, he has a fairy though.
Yep. It's one of the reasons I hate the bomb 2 strat is getting reamed by Vavagia there. Just sucks. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, good. Okay. Saved it. Okay. Good. Very easily could have lost that there.
Okay, so now, I mean, if you're Icola, you don't go back to fire. You just...
No,
you have 2 dungeons to beat, and you can... You're hunting for that... I don't know. You have to do... No, you're gonna have OT, that's true.
Yeah. You absolutely... Ooh, I think you do water into Jabu. Just knock water out.
I mean, for him, he has Furrow's Wind and Forest, so Minuet's not as valuable. But OT could also just be junk. So maybe you don't even go for the OT.
Yeah, it's like, which Terrell dungeon do you want to do first? Water with 4 checks or Jabu with 4 checks?
Yeah.
At least Jabu's linear 4 checks. Water, who knows where those items could be.
Yeah, I feel like maybe you do Jabu first because water, it's kind of like fire. Like those checks, you don't know how much of them you actually do need to get. Like if you get the BK early, and you still have other dungeons you can do. Like I feel like sometimes you get more caught up into like, okay, I'm just gonna rush the boss and go do my other dungeons.
Yeah,
like, I'd rather do water last of my progression dungeons, so that at least I can make a decision then. Okay, do I keep going? Because after progression, I mean, you go to GTG basically. We're back at that point.
Did you teach ksinjah this setup? I
feel like
this is similar. I feel like this is similar to your setup.
No, I do the same one Icola did.
Oh, okay.
But nailed it. She
got it. I was about to say I've seen your setup and it makes me sad.
It's great. No, what? Are you sure you're talking about my setup?
Look, that's all I'm saying. I watch it and it makes me cry a little bit. Again, this is me crap talking one of the greatest Ocarina of Time randomizer players in the world. So take everything.
I think you might be talking about Domain. I feel like
take everything I say with a grain of salt here. What?
I think you're thinking about Domain.
Oh. I mean, your Domain strategy also made me sad, and then you went on to win that season's tournament. So, like, I'm not even gonna make comment on it.
Whoa! Link, you got stuck with right behind that side for Icola. That
was just defying gravity there a little bit. Yeah. Alrighty. Hopefully we'll be able to see some Furor's Wind strats here, making Jabu just ever so slightly faster. Not as incredible of time saves as you might see from other dungeons with Furor's Wind, but you can save a little bit of time with Furor's Wind here, should you choose to use it.
So if we recap now, what do we need? Mirror Shield, Hover Boots, Bow.
Oh yeah, we don't have a bow. We don't have a bomb bag.
Yeah, bomb bag. Oh yeah, water is a problem. You can use Dins, but there's still a few checks you can't do in water right now.
Oh, without bow, you're right.
You probably still go, but yeah, there's a chance they might not be able to beat water right now.
Yeah, I think when you're done with Jabu, I think you just go knockout. water temple.
Yeah,
Or at least
go to water, then GTG.
then GGG. Yep, exactly.
I mean, that's the thing when you go child to beat a dungeon. It's just now there's other child checks that kind of exist, and that who
Yeah.
knows? Is this the last time you're child in the whole seed right now? So they have Goron City checks. They have. I don't think they did Richard, Hyrule Castle Ferry. Like no one did 10 or 20 skulls, or Dampe. I'm pretty sure.
You know, that's really interesting that neither did Hyrule Castle Ferry, having early bomb choose and free ZL.
Yeah, that check for some reason, like if you have choose, I feel like for everyone, like people don't do that check when they have just choose.
I mean,
Or
but
just-
that's like the freest save scum. You save
Yeah.
warp there, you do it. If it's nothing, you just hit the reset. Well,
Yeah,
sorry, I play on virtual consoles, so for me it's free. Or sorry, I play on emulator, so for me it's free. The virtual
that's
console
free.
runners are less happy about that.
so yeah, and Icola has been playing pretty safe so far, and it's been working out. So I do wonder if he ends up just staying a bit longer as child, just cleaning up.
Yeah, I don't think it's a bad idea with how much he still needs to find.
Yeah. Like right now, he does have a pretty sizable lead, I'd say.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Kiz has ice is done, fire's done, now in Jabu, and I think that's what they have on ksinjah at this point.
Yeah, is 10, 15 minutes? Does that sound about right? I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, about 15 minutes. It's bomb back. Watch this. This is their first logical.
What?
Nope, sorry,
Okay.
just another bottle.
Sure.
Honestly, you know what I was gonna guess? I was like, it's gonna be another slingshot. Just watch. Because it's anytime you are looking for an item, like you are down to one item, you're like, come on, Seed, I need this. Give it to me. You find a big chest, and you're like, oh my god, this is it. Like, I did it. And it's just another slingshot. You're like, god damn it. Like,
Yeah, that's the negative, if I not really negative, but of CSMC in a tournament match. Like when you're alone and you don't have chat or anything, and you find big chests. That's the one thing that makes me jump around and not scream but rage after like 8 big chests, and it's never your item. see,
There it is.
look at
There
this
it
one.
is.
It's gonna be trash. Zora
Yeah.
tuning.
yeah, it's another bottle. I hate this game.
Come on.
Oh, lordy. I love chess size matches contents. Honestly, this is why, even when I'm in go mode, like, if I ever have one of those bad weeklies where I just, like, I'm already in 300th place, I'll just start having fun. I'm like, you know what? Yeah, I've collected 98% of the items in the game. Why not go for 100?
Yeah.
As I'm, like, doing my, like, final dungeon and I find a big chest, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Let's do it. Let's open this big chest. Let's lose, 15 seconds.
The funny thing is, if you're in go mode in one of those dungeons like fire or water, and you're looking for the BK, but you find a big chest on the way, and you're like, cool, but I want the BK. But you're so used to seeing big chest good that
Yeah, you're like, this is not good. This does not spark joy. So this is one of the situations where I like to use Furor's Wind. Had Icola set Furor's Wind in this room, could have saved having to defeat the fourth jellyfish. After defeating what I deem as the uvula, but I also recognize that I'm a doctor and it just looks like a uvula. Once you've defeated that, you don't have to defeat any of the jellyfish. You can just Furor's Wind back out and pick a Bruto.
You know what? I never even thought of that. That's genius.
The Furor's Wind strat?
I mean, I thought Furor's Wind was just like to skip walking a few steps. I didn't think about the killing the jellyfish thing. Oh my god, that's amazing. I
So
need
once
to
the
do
uvulas,
that.
Oh my god, I thought what the hell something. I can retire.
I was just lazy. I was like, I'm not gonna equip for a win to save 2 seconds. I don't care. Like I'm gonna mess it up. But the jellyfish. Oh my god.
Yeah. So once the uvula's down, you don't actually have to defeat the jellyfish. You can just force one back out.
That's amazing. Oh my god.
Because it's the only thing that it checks.
I'm writing it down.
You're welcome. Folks, I can retire. We're good. Yeah, but like, in my defense, they look like uvula. Like it's a little dangly thing in the mouth of Jabu Jabu. It's not my fault.
I mean, you said it before. There's bubbles and they're not called bubbles, so who knows?
We're gonna start calling them uvula. In case Miyamoto hadn't decided on a name for those little things. Miyamoto, I have you. They are now called uvulas. I mean, it's not my term. I stole it from somebody else, but. And this doctor moment was brought to you by Dr. Heaps. You're welcome. What the uvula happened? We were doing so well on commentary with the house. We were focused. We were talking about gameplay and execution.
And then uvulas happened.
And and then uvulas happened.
Okay, I mean, the last time I remember there was an SGL race and the commentators got super off track when it came to Jabu. And there was a comment in chat that was just someone asking, who's the little alien guy Link is carrying? So sometimes things just go explode.
Oh my god. Interesting. So Icola actually ran out of Deku Nuts, having to rely on the actual intended strat there. But for those of you who don't know, in the room after you throw Rudo and beat the Big Octo, there are 3 pots in there. The middle one is a fairy, and the 2 side ones are Deku Nuts. So if you ever don't plan accordingly or run out of Deku Nuts in Jabu, definitely recommend grabbing those 2 pots, refilling your Deku Nuts to save yourself some time on that Baronade fight.
Okay, so ksinjah doing a bit like we were saying, to do Jabu first, to maybe get some more hearts, maybe get a bow.
Maybe get 2 more bottles.
Yeah, hey, don't say no to having 3 fairies. There is a free fairy, actually, so that's actually good.
I just laugh because she's already bought the tunic. She doesn't give two well, I can't finish the that figure of speech because it's not SGL appropriate, but
she can't give 2 hells.
She doesn't give 2 hells about fire timer because she's got everything that she needs.
Yeah, but when you have low health, like in these settings, I mean, 6. Wait, how many is that? 6 hearts? Yeah, it's nice to have that fairy backup when you have it for free. It's kind of like you're not going to pick it up; you just have that fairy. It's good.
Yep. ksinjah here, getting sticks. With Kokiri's sword, you only need 2 sticks to do quick Jabu. 1 for the Big Octo, and then 1 for Baronade. Or you can even just get away if you feel really gutsy with just 1 jump slash and power crouch stab the Big Octo. But
yeah, I wonder if she forgot about the Kokiri sword again.
I think you just get such in the habit of like, I need 4 sticks for Jabu.
Yeah.
God, you ready for? I was doing a weekly recently where I pulled out the Deku stick and went to go neutral roll to spawn the raising platform in the Big Octo fight. Link instead decided he wanted to jump slash. So the 4 sticks that I had prepped became 3 sticks.
Oh.
And I was like, are you kidding me? And I was on a restream at this point. So homeboy here had to remember how to do pot strats on the fly.
Oh boy. Nice.
So I thank God I pulled it off, but I was like sweating bullets as I was like, yeah, 300 people are watching me just flounder.
Yeah, looking for pots.
Looking for being like, how do I do this strat again? Like, when do I grab the pot? When do I throw it? Does this work?
Ed, we did have your prediction come true because Icola, right before going back adult, did pick up the OOT, which was a wonderful blue rupee. So
amazing. So Minuet is across the wasteland.
Yeah, so that's a little more of a time loss for ksinjah because, I mean, she can depending where the bow is, but she might have to walk back to forest.
Yep.
Whereas Icola has Pharaoh's Wind there.
Yep. And more than likely they're gonna pick up a bow before getting Requiem.
Yeah. Who knows? But yeah, it seems like it. But we are seeing trials before the GTG trip.
Yeah. Do you remember by chance what was on Volvagia? Was it a key or was it an item?
I think it was a key.
Okay, because I'm trying to figure out, like, is Fire Temple hovers locked? Because if so, then we probably will not be finding hovers in here. Just trying to think of, like, what they have left, where it could be.
So yeah, where is that bomb bag? I mean, could the bomb bag be in trials? I think it could be, right? With that early BK in fire?
As long as yeah, because fire is not bomb locked. Jabu is not bomb locked. Deku is certainly not bomb locked, but that's with the known slingshot. So yeah, I mean technically we could get a first bomb bag in here. It would be disgusting, but possible.
It's interesting combo here you don't see every day. Doing Shadow Trial, second check with Longshot and Dins, because you do need the hover boats to get across that gap, or you need to light that torch to have a platform. Usually it's either fire or Longshot and hovers, but you can also make it with Longshot and Dins.
It just sucks.
Yeah.
And chat pointing out it was a stick.
Oh, it was a stick. Okay.
Yeah. Chat paying absolutely much more attention than what the hell's our eye.
Yeah.
As if anyone is surprised about that.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I'm still thinking about carrying little alien guys in Jabu, so I
and I got off my work shift like 8 hours ago, so so I mean, I blame my delirium on that.
Oh, okay. We got a
Give me a slingshot. Just you watch.
Okay. Oh my god.
Wait. That can't be first logical bomb bag.
It can't?
Wait, no, hold up. Because you need the bomb choose to spawn that?
Wait, which one was? Oh yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the first check.
Yeah, it was the first check. So that, and this is where I'm like, I do them both in the same sweep. So I don't remember which one spawns which. You drop the bomb chew, you walk over a little bit to the side, and as the bomb chew's hitting the switch, you jump slash, and it does both cutscenes at the same time, roughly. So I don't remember which one spawns which chest. But I'm pretty sure that first chest requires. Oh, bomb choose opens the door. Never mind. Okay, yeah, that could be first bomb bag.
Yeah, okay, it was the first one. Okay.
Yep. Oh yeah, because normally you get bomb choose in that chest, which should give you the insight.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, yeah, maybe I should use bomb choose for this. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, rando messing our brains from the vanilla game. That's the classic.
God, I had to think so hard there.
I did speedruns for so long, doing the wrong warp to get those bomb chews, and now I have no idea what chest this was. I think if you're Icola, you keep it in forest because you're not assured to get Minuet. Or is he? Okay,
I mean, I don't know how I feel about this.
Okay, let's see if, because it's just if the mirror shield, like let's say, what do you need? Let's say the hover boots aren't forest. Is that possible right now? I don't see why not. They still need a lens to cross the wasteland. I mean, it's a calculated risk. It could just be that too.
Yeah.
Just like, actually, I'd rather save this time. I'm gonna get Minuet, and it's fine.
And it's fine. Yep. Yep.
But yeah, at the same time, I mean, he does need to remember to pick up the Ganon DK in Temple of Time at the end.
Here's my question. And this is a legitimate question, I think. Should he want to go forest at this point? Is it faster to Bolero or is it faster to save quit? You know?
I think. Huh.
I don't know.
It's such a weird spot. Maybe on emulator is faster to save warp for sure.
I think save quit is faster.
It's really close though. For sure. Good question.
I don't know.
Yeah, we don't have a warp song to domain, so that like never happened.
Yeah, it's like I think it's faster than Bolero, but I could be wrong.
But the warp songs are super fast. That's the thing that kind of helps Bolero a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's a good question.
Does it really matter? No. Is it interesting? Yeah.
Yes.
Does that mean we're going to talk about it? Absolutely. Also, as pointed out in chat, if you are having a good time hanging out with the likes of us as well as these amazing runners, both of us actually will be live in person at the Herndon, Virginia SGLIVE tournament, October 27th through the 30th. So if you are interested in going, absolutely click the link, get your ticket early. There is a limited amount of tickets, so definitely if you are in the area or that's something you're interested in, absolutely come join us. We'll have some fun.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's coming soon.
It's basically a month away.
Yeah.
And a shock to no one, Gerudo Valley's item is the hookshot.
So we don't have the lens, and we're really running out of checks. I mean, chances are the lens is just in GTG chilling.
Oh yeah, Bo's just gonna be here.
Yeah, and the bow.
Because what happened? Oh, hello, ksinjah.
Oh, the Chew strat. Shoutouts to the Rando house.
My God, I haven't seen that in forever. Shoutouts
to Chuckles.
I think one of my favorite backup strats is this slingshot strat from that corner. I don't know if you've seen that one where you get yourself in the corner, you backflip up a little bit, and then you can actually snipe it with the slingshot.
Yeah. That's a good backup. I like the Chew one, though, because if you're sometimes in a pressure situation in a tournament, sometimes it's hard to aim. And if you're not like confident and you don't want to lose time with the boomerang strat, like you can just do the Chew strat. And that way you don't need to aim, just get in position, and it's just timing.
Yeah. I mean, I've played this game like how many umpteen thousand times at this point. And I still, on occasion, will miss that boomerang strat. Like, I'll have the lineup, I'll throw it, I'll side hop, and the boomerang's just like, nah, fam.
Yeah.
And I'm like, really? Really? We're doing this today? Okay, we're doing this today. So you might see ksinjah go for a backup strat here. If you ever miss, oh my God, please be Bo. Please be Bo. No, it's Mirror Shield.
Still required though.
Great other backup strat there. Get the boomerang out, have it hit on the way back. But what you can also do if you miss that second cycle of Baronade, Aim for not that main body itself, but aim just above where those satellites are coming off. And you can stun Baronade by hitting Baronade there. So it's a nice little backup in case something happens and you don't get that boomerang stun on that second phase.
So hey, we just need a bow and hover boots at this point.
Yeah.
Do you think it's surprising that Icola didn't go to water before GTG? Because, I mean, there could be a bow there. Chances are low, and you could beat it and get out of the way.
I think I would have done it and then ridden Eponas from water to GTG.
I mean, it's fine because there's so much density here with GTG and Spirit. Like, you know you're going to be able to clear most of the Spirit. So chances are you are going to find something. But I mean, hey. Also, yeah, there's the sun check. So you do want a bow for water. But with Serenade, I just wonder if maybe you just try it out.
Yeah. Here's the other question. Should this be, should you not get a bow here or hovers, do you just cross the wasteland and dip Spirit?
I mean, I think so. You're running out of options here.
Yeah, it just feels real bad knowing that Bosky's on Child's side. Like,
yeah,
it would be so much better to just knock out everything else and then finally come back with Requiem and just do it all in one sweep. But I don't know if we're gonna get that luxury today.
Yeah, and at this point, I think Icola wants that minuet. Now it's a little bit of extra value because he removed his Furrow's Wind. I think that's his plan anyway, and that's why he was comfortable setting Furrow's in Ganon's Tower.
Yeah, not a bad plan. And here we see the divergence. Ksinjah going into water, knowing it's a medallion and required. And I support this. I think this is a good time to go do water.
Yeah. The only thing I'd be scared of if I'm Icola is that the hover boots are chilling somewhere, and then all your progression's in shadow. Because I mean, it could happen. Like, you could have it on a random check, and then GTG and Spirit are empty. Now here, the Mirror Shield was there, but
oh, center chest is big.
Oh, okay.
So definitely, at minimum 7 key locked. Logically 9 key locked.
Yeah, and he only has 3.
Yeah, which means that Bo's got to lock a small handful, if not.
Yeah, I mean, then that chest can't be first bow.
Yeah, you're right.
It would be funny if it's a second bow, but yeah.
Oh my god, it's just gonna be another slingshot. Look, we already know that. By the way, shout outs to Electrix Aberman. Thank you so much for the 5 months of subscribing to SpeedGaming Live and helping us put on tournaments like these.
Okay. Let's see. Was there a big chest here too? Or is he just...
I'm trying to remember if there was a second big chest.
It looks like he's just getting keys.
Or at least seeing what was on the left. He did a very quick peek of...
Oh yeah, because he doesn't have bow. Okay, so what... I mean, does he set furs here now? That big chest is spooky.
I think you break in Ganon's and set there.
Yeah, with Prelude anyway.
Yeah. It's pretty free to get to Ganon's castle. Like, it's frustrating that you've already done all the climb. I don't know. With that,
hey, maybe he's just saying, okay, it can't be first bow, and I don't want to like diverge from my plan just for a big chest that might be Nair's love.
Yeah.
Oh, early BK in water. Okay.
Because you're right. Like, it could. The odds of that chest being hovers with everything that we know is probably pretty low likelihood, and I think that's all we're missing. Hovers a bow.
Yeah. Well, ksinjah staying in water even after getting the BK here.
Yeah, maybe doing some quick checks to see if there's any items. It has 1 key. Well, and they also set Furor's Wind in the boss room area, so I don't need to worry about water level.
Yeah.
So, and honestly, you know, if I was ksinjah and knowing that I was playing against somebody who might have a little bit of an executional advantage, I think if you're gonna, I think at some point you've got to make a gamble of like, where's a place that I could possibly do that might net me something that I think Icola might not do. Well, and at this point, it doesn't matter because she only has 1 key.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. When you're thinking, okay, I'll do a few checks, and the keys are hard to get, which makes it even slower.
Yep.
And you know, she's thinking right now, like, I could just leave.
I know.
There's all of GTG, there's all of Spirit. She knows, like, there's probably part of her that's thinking, oh, I shouldn't be here. I shouldn't be here. But you never know. It is true that Icola didn't do toilet, which is a move I support, but also, I guess could have been a key, but...
Yeah, and I don't think I was counting keys close enough to know that if toilet was a key, if that would have gotten Icola to 7 or not. And I think that might have been the deciding factor. Like, if I cannot get to 7, do I do toilet?
Yeah.
I wasn't counting close enough, but I think if I had counted 6 accessible, I think I would have gambled toilet.
Yeah.
As that possible 7th possible item, which would have been Nehru's 11, I would have been angry anyway.
Yeah, I'm just thinking because Icola has been playing very safe the whole time. So, I mean, yeah, toilet is slow, but it's still a bit surprising he didn't go for it.
Yeah. And there's Minuet. The seat sucks.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that the rest of the maze was keys too. I wasn't sure if I saw that correctly, but... But I guess, yeah, if it's a key, if it's not a key, then you feel like an idiot. If it's a key, like, it's still a long, you have to do toilet, and then all the maze to get maybe nothing.
Yeah. To get your, lens of truth.
Hey, I'm the same, I hate toilet. It's such a bad check.
I find that oftentimes if I'm gonna do that area with the Song of Time blocks on the right side, sometimes I will just collect the silver rupees while I'm like moving through there, to at least set it up in the off chance that I want to come back later. It's just something that I consider, and then usually I talk myself out of doing toilet, and then it has an item, so
Yeah.
Take my routing advice with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I just think it is, compared to some other checks like chickens, I feel like usually when you're at the point in the sea that you're doing GTG, a lot of the time there's other stuff you want to do right after, either because you found an item in GTG, or you're on your way to Spirit, or usually there's stuff on your list.
Yep.
And toilet is such a slow check for maybe like nothing. Sometimes I find it hard to stay grounded and be like, okay, I'm just doing toilet because this is the best moment. I'm just like, no, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to take like 2 minutes to do this.
Well, and also that, out of the 20-ish checks that are in GGG, 9 of which are small keys, chickens can be a dead item, which sucks. That toilet can just be a key, which, by and large, can usually be avoided unless, God forbid, that is your...
Oh, boy.
Oh, there's hovers.
All right, well, there you go. Still no lens, though. But...
At this point, do you just bail? Oh, no, you still need bow. Do you? You can beat Shadow without bow. You're fine.
I mean, you could set for us here and just go to Shadow.
I don't even think you set for Auroras, because you're going to get Requiem anyway.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I mean, maybe you just keep...
Oh, I was just going to say, I'm just going to step out for a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I think leaving here could be okay. Because, I mean, there is a good chance. There's a bow in Shadow. There are 3 bows. And the BK's in Child Spirit. So right now, you could just go rush Water and Shadow Temple. Then you get your Burning Cack, get your BK as Child, and maybe you have a bow on the way, and then, I mean, at that point, you don't even need small keys in Spirit. Like, and I mean, you will lose the time from climbing the tower. That's for sure. Icola did commit to climbing to the Knuckles. I think it was Knuckles. I guess that goes into the equation too. But I mean, yeah, maybe you just bail and you think you don't even set Ferraris. You have Requiem, so you're good. So yeah, I'm curious why he's. Yeah, I mean, I think if you leave, it's pretty minimal risk because you have to full clear Shadow most of the time anyway. And meanwhile, we have ksinjah fighting Volvagia with Choose. Let's go. Oh no! Oh! Oh no! 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 Not like this. Oh no! Yeah, that's the risk of jump slashing Volvagia when she is stunned. Crouch stab is easier to hit the head. Okay, there we go. Not too bad. And there we go. There's a bow by Icola. So, so it turns out it was fine. I mean, we'll see if there's a bow in Shadow.
Wait, what did I miss?
Icola just got a bow in invisible chests in Spirit.
Love that.
So yeah, I think either way, whether he left or not, I think it wouldn't have been a time loss either way, unless Shadow is super fast. But yeah, that is go mode for Icola.
Yeah. Yeah. Before I stepped out, I was mentioning how I think for me, like knowing that I had long shot and at least bomb choose should I not have long shot, Shadow's completely doable without a bow.
Yeah.
And I think I would have just risked going Shadow, hopefully finding a bow along the way. Else, I'm getting Requiem, I'm doing Child Spirit, and I'm coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
Afterwards. So, but again, you know, Icola's gamble, although might not have been what I would have done, paid out. So, at the end of the day,
I feel like both options were fine here. Like, I think both options wouldn't really lose time that much, but yeah, 4 dungeon go mode.
Ew. Oh God.
So
what's everyone's favorite breakfast cereal?
Hey, I can't wait for breakfast at SGL. Let's go.
Oh my God, it's gonna be so great.
Rando breakfast. Oh my God.
Yeah, we'll have milk in the morning and other drinks in the evening.
Yeah, like Sprite.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe I'll do some you know, Coca-Cola. You know, who knows? There may be other ingredients added to the Coca-Cola, but probably.
Yeah, I agree that I guess that was the thing. The one thing Icola not having the bowl for water really didn't want to end up in a situation where he's going all the way through water without a bow, and then the beacon water is just bow locked, and then he has to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think he's just looking at it like, okay, I'm confident in my execution. This is round 1. I can deal with a few more checks in a dungeon here.
Yep.
But hey, ksinjah will get her bomb back though.
Hey, let's go.
Because with 2 chews left at this point, I can see how it gets a bit nerve-wracking.
Oh, that is a little bit hairy, isn't it? One of the things that I was going to point out that I like where Icola has left their Furor's Wind, but it does mean that their Furor's Wind is totally inaccessible in locations like Forest or Shadow, where they probably could have benefited from using their Furor's Wind to save some time. So,
Yeah.
I think it's probably going to be pretty net neutral at the end of the day. But it is just interesting to look at about how, because Icola has committed to that Furor's Wind, has not had Furor's Wind accessibility for some.
Oh,
Bye, ksinjah.
no.
Look, we've all been there.
Yeah.
In fact, I had to go and specifically find a setup for this room here because I was so bloody tired of running off of that ledge and missing the switch.
Oh no!
Oh!
She's out of magic now.
It's fine, ksinjah. You don't need it anyway.
Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, there's the magic pot. Looks like she's going for the magic pot.
There's a magic pot?
Yeah, near the like on the like platform. There's one or two. I don't remember if the other one is arrows, maybe. Yeah.
Whoa. Today I learned. Not that I ever cared to do Ganon's Castle, period.
Hey, who knows? SGL first day, you're going to be in this exact situation.
Oh my god. I remember I was watching you do a race some time ago, and you were like, oh yeah, there's bugs here in Desert Colossus. And I was like, there are bugs in Desert Colossus? I was like, since when?
Yeah, Nintendo put a rock there and they put bugs under it.
They put bugs under. And it blew my mind wide open because I was just like, you know how many times I go to Desert Colossus and I'm like, where am I going to find bugs? Like I have no idea where I'm going to find, what? Yeah, no, there's just rocks there. Or a rock, I should say. Not rocks, a rock.
There are bugs basically in every, almost every soil patch area.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of just realizing that might be a thing.
Yeah.
Nintendo just really helping you.
I think the one that's, for me, the most obscure is that there are bugs near Pierre.
Wait, where?
In the grass patch. If you cut the grass patch. You didn't know about those bugs?
Wait, which one? Oh yeah, Pierre. Yeah.
I was like, buddy.
Yeah.
I mean, it did mention it was obscure, so here we are. But yeah, that there's yep, near the scarecrow dude. But you have to cut it. Like using a bomb won't work, which is dumb.
Yeah.
Like who programmed that?
To choose for ksinjah to trade for the bomb bag. Wait, no, I did the thing again. No, it's not this. It's the wrong chest.
It is.
Damn it.
Yeah, remember that's the one that normally gives you the bomb juice.
Yeah.
We've been through this. I feel like the more that I'm waking up, the more that you're falling asleep. So it's a good trade.
Yeah.
You know? I'm becoming more coherent, you're becoming less coherent.
Yeah, it's the opposite. You're starting your day, I'm finishing mine.
Well, I was about to say, my challenge is it was a one-off overnight shift. So I was up all through the day, worked 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. in our emergency room, slept for 5 hours, and I was like, yeah, I'm coherent enough to do comms. Why not?
So let's see. ksinjah has to do... She's basically GTG and Spirit behind, right?
Yeah. And she has water done on top of Icola.
That's true.
However, Icola is now the end of Forest Temple ahead of ksinjah.
Yeah, he did more in Forest.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And again, ksinjah is going to go to GTG. She's going to have to cross the wasteland anyway, and so her not having Furor's Wind, honestly, is not actually going to bite her as much as we initially thought.
Yeah. Hey, she might set it here.
I think she is. Shit, I dropped my pager.
Nope.
Yes, I did say pager. At 6 o'clock tonight, I'm on call. So I have my pager next to me in case I get paged.
I'm surprised they both went for Knuckles with Furrow's Wind. I don't know. If you do it just at the Stalfos, at least you did it. You can say, okay, I did it for the check. Now I'm setting it here. But when you go to the Knuckles, if you decide to remove it because something else happens in the seed, like you want to set it in GTG, Spirit, whatever, then you lost more time because you climbed up a second time. So
yeah, I agree.
both fully committed to doing this.
Yeah, that Furrow's Wind lives there. And this is the Spirit or Shadow dip, which I agree.
Oh yeah, there was that too. Yeah.
I agree with this kind of later Shadow dip. I mean, she's had so many other things to do, like gambling on 2 checks. While like eventually will be required checks. I could see.
Yeah, it is progression, so.
I could see prioritizing other locations first.
Yeah, because you don't really save time. If you get hover boots somewhere else, and then you can do Shadow here in one trip, you don't actually save time because you have to walk back from the dead hand anyway.
Well, Virtual Console players do.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
I save quit because it's faster. And what's great about that is I can also save quit right before opening the chest, gamble on it not being required, and then just reset as it's spawning. Oh, oof.
Okay.
Look, I'm all about gambling time saves and then having it not pay out. Like that is my jam.
Pressing reset too early. Oh no, it was a big chest.
I did that once in water.
Oh
It was
God.
water PK chest. And I had my finger over the reset button and the chest spawned and I saw it and it didn't dawn on me that it was boss key until I had hit the reset button and went, oh, that was a big shiny chest, wasn't it? I was like, oh, I need that. Okay, well, we're going back.
Okay, water should be pretty fast for Icola, because ksinjah did do some extra checks in water that she didn't need to do. Icola, no chance he's going to do those. He's just going to straight beat the boss and leave.
Yep. Now, I was going to say, I think my favorite what the hell's moment along those lines, and sorry to bring this up, was I still remember you dipped Ice Cavern without a bottle.
Oh God, that was a weekly or something.
It was a weekly. Laughing my ass off, and then of course you still won the weekly. So.
Oh yeah, that was when ksinjah started, I think. So I got just excited. Thought, oh yeah, let's just KZ skip, and then oh yeah, no bottle.
And just go to catch the blue fire, and just being like, wait a second.
Yeah, I made it all the way to the blue fire. My God.
Yep. Still won the weekly, so moral of the story is play like what the hells.
Forget you don't have bottle.
Forget you have bottle and still win the weekly. If that's not the most power play, I don't know what is.
The good old days where we played weeklies.
Yeah, real quick here from Icola. Gets that boss key, gets out.
Yeah, doesn't even need to do the map chest. Can just look at it, use a chew, don't play ZL, and then that's great.
Yep. Something to mention here, this is a full-on AD. Like this is not your shortcut AD where we can skip the light medallion. Like we had light medallion, and also have to do every dungeon in this game. And Icola is poised to finish that probably around 230 and change at this point.
Yeah.
Still need all of Shadow. Still got to do Child Spirit and Adult Spirit. So high 230s.
Yeah, I think maybe shorter than that.
Yeah,
Between 225 and 230, something like that.
Yeah. I think it's just a testament to Icola, both from an execution and a rounding perspective, to be able to do
Yeah.
and also, you know, the seed was kind and not having to do any of fire, any of water.
Hmm.
Just the easiest boss keys, which also speed things up. But by and large, like to do a D in 230 is really fast.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Yeah.
Also, so ksinjah decided to go child, getting a bow.
Oh, let's go.
No, the bow is on Bumsy Bowling Tee.
Well, fascinating.
I mean, okay, now she doesn't have to climb Spirit, but she still needs to cross the
She
Coda
still has to
Spirit.
cross the Ghost Spirit to get her hovers. And she'll be tempted to do GTG along the way. Ah.
But she has to do GTG, get the Mirror Shield.
Oh, and she's going to find the big chest. Oh, she does.
But she's probably going to full clear it because she's still going to be missing hovers.
Yeah, and you know, the center chest was big, and so she's going to push that.
Oh yeah, that's true. That might end up hurting her. That's going to make her lose a bit more time. Well, I mean, she's losing time right now because she's doing child check. So do you think it was kind of that part of the game, like you were saying, that maybe you think about, okay, what kind of plays can I make that maybe are a little out of the ordinary? Because she's doing child checks instead of going to GTG?
I think so. I think I mean, and also like doing her child cleanup of if I don't do this now, when will I do this?
Yeah, but even without a bow, GTG and Spirit are just so good. Maybe that was part of it. She was hoping to find a bow before.
Yeah. Hard to say. I think we can ask her in the interview. You know, what was your kind of mid game mindset here?
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's something to say about like you kind of get in a rhythm where you're just like, okay, I'm gonna do all these checks and then I'm gonna go to GTG, and then you find something halfway through and you're like, do I keep doing these checks? Do I now bail for GTG? Like,
Yeah.
open it, Icola. No,
Oh, Icola. The fans wanted to open it. Come on.
It was big and I wanted to know.
Now we'll never know.
Damn it.
But hey, it could be a bit like we were saying earlier that if you find hover boots, then your last item can be in shadow, and then you can skip GTG and Spirit and crossing.
Mm-hmm.
So there could be part of her that's hoping like, okay, if I just find this, and oh wow, there was a bomb bag on 10 skulls. All right.
Amazing. So
Nice shield flicking.
love that. So we were talking about much earlier about Sphere Zero checks, like that hook shot in Zora's River. 10 chews is a Sphere Zero check. You can get that with no other items, and so that definitely is the bomb bag.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love this game.
That's classic rando, thinking about all the crazy potential logic for the bomb bag and Ganons, and oh, never mind.
That bow could have been so early.
Yeah.
You could have gotten that bow so early. Quick 10 chews into Bomb Chew Bowling.
Yeah.
Knockout Forest in one go.
AZ will open this one. Come on.
No, do it. Come on. The fans want to know. No.
Poor memers having their bingo card with Nair's Love, Stone of Agony, Winner Heart Piece, and they're just waiting.
No, we're gonna continue waiting. Because Icola choosing not to open up the big chest, not giving us Strength 3 or Zora Tunic or the third slingshot or Ice Arrows or we found Stone of Agony. Yeah,
Where
there's a
is ksinjah going now? Lake Hylia.
field cleanup.
Maybe you could do that on your way to GTG.
Yeah. Oh, getting the song.
Oh, the OT or the bloopy.
Well, yeah. Sorry, the song check.
thought she's hoping for minuet here, and nope.
Because that would be perfect for her. She just got bow. She did not have Forest Wind to set in Forest, and so she's thinking, you know, she's probably gonna have to hike back, or cross the wasteland.
Yeah. Oh, it was a bomb drop. The twist. It was not an actual blue.
Ooh, twisty. Oh yeah, because Icola didn't have bombs by that point.
Yes, unfortunately, this is gonna make her be a little more behind.
Yep.
This little child trip.
Because I think here she probably walks to Forest Temple. Almost certainly.
Yeah.
Like, it's out of logic, and I understand that. And also, like, you have Forest available.
Yeah, it's just if hovers are in forest, that's what you're hoping for right now.
Yeah. It just sucks because Icola's route just paid out in glorious spades.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with his route though, to rush GTG in Spirit rather than go back Child for those few checks.
Yep.
Like, I think that was a really good choice. Do Trials just in case, just a few checks, but just a few checks before committing to GTG. Then you get your bomb bag, which doesn't do much but helps. And then just do GTG. Also not committing to that big chest, not doing toilet. Like, I think that was a very reasonable decision. And then yeah, getting the hover boots and the bow.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, and if it hadn't paid out for Icola, I think a very quick child trip would have been in play for them afterwards.
Mm-hmm. Okay, ksinjah going to GTG maybe before Forest.
Oh, look at all those fun little bomb chews. We've all been there. Yeah, this looks like a GTG play.
Yeah, I mean,
You can full clear it, but I think in ksinjah's shoes, I think I'd be more inclined to go Forest.
maybe it's because she knows she'll get minuet there. But yeah,
At which point, I mean, I would if I was gambling on that, I absolutely would skip GTG. Just go straight to Spirit. Maybe drop for Roars and GTG and book it, but
oh, big pose first. All right.
mm-hmm. Does Icola have Bosky?
Yeah,
Okay, so
it was right there.
Oh, you mean the place that I wasn't paying attention to?
Yeah, it was under the pile of scrap.
Perfect. Look, I was watching ksinjah. I was commentating her routing. My eyes were deviated. Honestly, this is why I'm not a tracker. Truly, genuinely, this is why I'm not a tracker.
Honestly, trackers are legends. I mean, I'm playing and I don't even know what items I have. So, trackers watching and paying attention and knowing what everyone has at every moment. It's amazing.
Yeah. Look, I can barely do that when I'm running myself. Wait, what items do I have? Is my own tracker up to date? Because it certainly never is.
I've only done it once, but I've been to Ganon's castle, set Forest Wind before Ganondorf, and then gotten the light arrow hint and realized I have the light arrows. I'm good to go. So sometimes stuff happens.
Yeah, you know. Even season 4 grand champion makes a mistake every now and again,
Or a lot.
and then still wins weeklies, and you know. Did I mention how much I'm enjoying having you on commentary with me with the house? Because if I haven't said it, I appreciate you being here with me. This has been
But
fun.
I'm really happy. I mean, I don't commentate much. I always say I want to do it more. Sometimes it's hard to find the time, but no, hey, super happy we can do it together. Let's do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, we better be at the in-person tournament. I think we're both going to be recruited into that.
Yeah, no, I'm super down.
So, and I think Chuckles pointing out here, because I don't think we've shouted him out enough today, but our runners today, we have ksinjah and we have Icola, as well as we have our trackers. We have Chuckles, we have Alexander Harold, and we have Miraba, who's been helping out behind the scenes, and of course, Michael Commentator, what the hell's happened. Great runner and all around just good person.
Yeah, and we have the Legends Doc Heaps, so go follow him for sure.
That's me. Do you use hover boots in Bongo Bongo? Because it drives me crazy.
No, I don't.
Okay. Oh, he's out of arrows.
Oh.
Okay, good. He's good. Because he was actually in Oko range at his health. He had a heart half on double defense, which is exactly the amount of damage that Bongo Bongo would do on that charge attack.
Yeah, might have had just a little just wait a minute, am I gonna die here?
Am I?
But then he remembered, oh no, I'm Icola. I'm not dying here.
Shout outs, by the way, to Oiled Fish. Thank you so much for subscribing with your Twitch Prime account and supporting SpeedGaming Live. Making all this happen. Well, and it's funny you mentioned, dying in otherwise dumb locations. I recently was playing a seed where, you know how sometimes your execution's just off. You're just having one of those days where you're just like, I know that I can play better than this. And I died to Phantom Ganon. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I was already having a rough seed. Yeah, I think we're done. Yep.
It happens. As long as you don't die to King Dodongo, you're fine. That's the one thing.
Thank God I haven't done that yet. But I was just like, guys, God, I don't remember the last time I died to Phantom Ganon of all bosses.
Hey, who knows? Low health, early seed. You never know.
Yes, you know what? I appreciate your optimism. Absolutely, that's what happened and nothing else. I didn't walk into the fight with 3 hearts. It was just one hot disaster after another, and I was like, I think I'm good. And it may or may not have happened in the last 2 weeks. It's fine.
Oh.
Almost 3 years of rando in my.
I was about to say, sometimes you're a beginner.
Sometimes you've been playing for 3 years, and you're still not a fan of Ganon.
Oh, this is another thing ksinjah is going to lose some time on because she's probably going to do Gerudo Archery.
Oh, yeah.
And she's going to do every bow check in GTG, like we said, and maybe toilet, and go to the middle.
I think she got the hint, though, for horseback archery.
Oh, yeah, there was a hint. You're right. You're right. You're right.
It was like 2 hours ago, but yeah, there was something hint.
Yeah. Chat and trackers knew.
Oh, my God. I remembered something, y'all. Oh, baby. It never happens. Yo, Icola just eating all of that damage to the face.
Yeah.
Which, a proponent of, I support that.
Yeah, screw it. It's the end of the siege. Just...
Yeah, what else do you need a Kokiri shield or a Deku shield for? Kokiri shield? I don't. Look,
he's ready to go home. He's ready for round 2.
Yeah. Get that Bosky, GTFO.
That's pretty cool though with the dual hint. Oh my God. coming
right for the face. I think one of my coolest freeze frames like that is I had a freeze frame right after I shot an arrow, and you see the arrow like midair flying.
Nice.
It was pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I think it was on some like Reddit or something. Something somewhere. I don't remember where it was, but it was like one of those freeze frames on the arrow after having been shot. It was pretty legit. Mel, we don't talk about SGL 2021, but that didn't happen. I was not part of the tournament. I don't know what you're talking about.
They should have made that frame like the thumbnail for this year's tournament.
just Link's face as an emote. For anyone who doesn't know, what happened was it was my first time ever doing a race requiring stream delay, and so I ended the stream, but apparently I trashed the last 15 minutes of the seed. And so it was stuck on like this one particular frame where the stream cut 15 minutes before the end of the seed. And so it's just like Link having this like smug look in Fire Temple, and it's fabulous. But I learned my lesson. Don't trash the last 15 minutes of your seed. Especially when you beat Mr. Martin.
Oh.
And then proceed to get murdered in the rematch.
Oh, we're getting raided by SpeedGaming Français.
Yo, I think you got to take this welcome, man.
Hello, France. Bonjour, la France. Merci d'être ici avec nous.
Bonjour.
Here for the Icola victory party.
I was like, did I do the French good? What the hell's?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I actually, my language that I do speak is I speak Spanish fluently, but definitely do not speak French.
French is the language of Rando, though.
You know, it's true. Well, and so there's a lot of really cool communities in the Ocarina of Time Randomizer kind of community at large. You've got the French community it's so good at this game with their own tournaments. You've got the Brazilian community that is also just so strong at this game. And then just a lot of other countries' representation. The UK has a strong showing. Germany has a strong showing. So it's and then you know you got the Canadians. They're whatever.
They're all right.
They're fine. They show up.
They can't decide which language they want to speak.
Yeah. they play in the francophone tournaments, but we don't actually know how they got in. For those of you who don't know, what the hell is Canadian?
Oh, we're spoiling it.
Oh, sorry. Shoot. He's actually from the motherland of France. I apologize. Ignore his accent.
So yeah, at this point, I mean, okay. Ksinjah, yeah, I guess the big thing here is she still has to do Forest.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think one of the things that worked against ksinjah in the seed was it was kind of a go everywhere, do everything kind of seed.
Yeah.
I think the only thing that she could have technically skipped was bottom of the well, but in her case, she never in her child cleanup she never did Target in the Woods.
That's true. That could have been over right from the beginning.
For how much child cleanup she did, she skipped that, and I think she skipped Child Goron City.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. So yeah, apart from bottom of the well, which she could have skipped had she gotten the other magic. Ice was required, GGG was required, plus every dungeon. So I think when you are the lower seeded player and possibly the player with not as strong of execution. You want a seed where one gamble can flip the tides.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if you're Icola, once he saw that Burning Cactus Requiem hint, I think he breathed a sigh of relief. He's just like, okay, all right. Especially after getting those 2 other items in River, he's like, all right, we're good here. We have to do so much. I've been playing well so far. Now there's not really that many scenarios where the seed can screw me. Like at that point, you know, odds are very well on your side with that type of seed.
Exactly. So, and I think we might be looking at a sub 230.
Yeah. Oh, there's the third.
Oh,
getting arrows.
What an amazing arrow refill right there.
That is so funny because if Icola didn't stay in Spirit to get that bow, he could have done Shadow. Technically, he could have just skipped that whole thing, done Shadow, and then you get the bow still on Twin Rova.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like impossible to miss a bow.
That's what I'm saying.
That's amazing.
Should have just gone to Shadow without a bow. But I guess the counter argument to that is you would go Shadow without a bow, you wouldn't get a bow, and you'd therefore have to open up all of the chests. Like do more checks in Spirit.
Probably, yeah, in Shadow.
Yep. Yeah. So that would have eventually lost him time. Well, no, because he got his bow in Spirit. Never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about. He got his first bow in Spirit, and also his second bow in Spirit.
You basically couldn't make a wrong choice for the bow.
Oh my god, what is this? What is this? And why is it a slingshot?
Oh god.
The worst would be Strength 3. Oh, it's Lens!
We solved the logic. We did it.
That's so dumb.
Right as Icola's about to finish. We said it was a GTG.
So, but here's the interesting thing, right? I think that makes the... Actually, I'm going to have to sit down and think logic real hard here. But I'm pretty sure that makes the Market bow, like the Way the Hero bow. Because bow is required to get Lens. Lens is required to get the other 2 bows, unless you can get Requiem without a bow.
Could you get... I think you can get Requiem.
TC, yes. Shadow, yes, because you have a long shot. Water, yes.
No, you need the hovers from the Spirit Temple. So yeah, you need to cross no matter what.
Yeah, you need to cross. Okay, so that bow is... the bow is Way the Hero bow.
Yeah.
Amazing. I love this seed.
Imagine Market's Way the Hero.
Bow. Yes, actually, I can imagine that. I couldn't imagine anything more imaginable.
But definitely impressive showing by Icola, confident routing the whole time, not a lot of hesitation. I think that's also one of the big things that separates the top players from the maybe more intermediate players. It's just like taking a bit of time in between your decisions. Sometimes you see some hesitancy, but no, Icola from beginning to start, he knew what he was doing.
Yep.
So definitely watch out for more Icola in this tournament. He is 100% one of the contenders.
Yep. And you know, all of that to say that I am also so impressed with ksinjah in her appearance in this match. I think she's put up an amazing fight, and also, you know, as somebody who is relatively new to the OOT Randomizer community, to make the brackets is a high feat. There were a lot of really good runners in this bracket, and a lot of runners who didn't make the bracket that she placed above, and so like she earned her spot here, and I think that's worth commending. Yeah,
making this bracket is definitely an accomplishment, so she should be proud of that. And yeah, she did end up doing a lot more checks. Some of the decisions didn't pay off, but overall, like, I feel like her execution for her own level, I think she should be satisfied with how it went overall.
Yeah,
Because
Yeah.
what cost her was mostly, of course, Icola has better execution, but what costed even more time was some of those decisions that didn't pay off,
Exactly.
which added even more checks compared to Icola. So
Yeah.
definitely nothing to be ashamed of.
I think his ability to follow the density while also cleaning up in the process really helped streamline his routing and efficiency. And this is a 226. Oh my god!
Congrats, Icola. First place. Moving on to round 2. And let's see, who is he projected to play? He is playing Morsulion64, who is in this chat right now. And if I'm not mistaken, that's a French battle.
Oh, battle of the La France. I'm not even going to pretend like I speak French.
Close enough. Close enough.
Was it? Did I?
Yeah.
Did I sound French?
Yeah.
That's fair. I support that. Look, my Spanish is a lot better than my French. Okay, that's all I have to say. While we're waiting for a possible interview to come in, my co-op partner and now multi-world partner is from the Dominican Republic. So one of our Spanish-speaking runners and just overall good person, splits happens. So he and I always joke around in Spanish together and have a good time. But it's always fun to like. I think that's my favorite part of the Ocarina of Time community at large is, you meet people from all over the world. I've had the chance to travel to the UK to visit people. Had some friends from Germany come in. We're all getting together in Virginia coming up here. And so, like, I think it's just been an awesome way to just meet people from all over the world, from all different backgrounds, and just kind of all unified together over Ocarina of Time. So it's a pretty cool community, I'd say.
100% agree with that. Met so many cool people.
So, yeah, and I don't know if they've been reached out to, if Icola is planning on coming in or ksinjah's planning on coming in.
As we said, I'm sure Icola is booting up a seed right now and preparing for round 2 match. He's practicing immediately.
He probably is. He's probably already in another race time room.
Yeah, he's...
Actually, hold on. I'm pulling up race time. ksinjah's going to finish out the seed. Perfect. And yep, there's Icola already in another race.
No way.
I'm just kidding. No.
Oh.
But for a second, you believed me, and that was the
best
part.
Honestly, I did. So is this go mode for her? Yeah, right?
It's got to be.
Yeah, so she can just leave.
Yep, she's out.
There we go. Go mode.
So now you're in this tournament as well, correct?
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm not just a commentator. Yeah.
Now that you've remembered. So who are you playing against next?
I'm playing Alpha Mario, aka Lee Harold. I don't know if he's still in chat right now. He was here earlier. Yeah, we're playing tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern.
So if you have not got enough Ocarina of Time Randomizer, tomorrow at 6 p.m., Alpha Mario, aka Lee Harold, versus What the Hell's Happened, will be another awesome match.
Yeah, I don't know if that's planned to have a restream or not, but we'll see.
And there she is coming in for the interview. Ksinjah, GG's.
Hey, GG's.
Hey, thank you. I'm still playing, just FYI, but I mean, since I'm in Go and Icola is done, I thought might as well finish and come in.
Oh, okay, I like it. The multitasking, nice.
I'm gonna try.
Nah, it's gonna be fine.
But I mean, it's Forest Temple, so should be okay.
Yeah, you'll be. I mean, just muscle memory that you'll be fine.
Sure. How's it going?
Good, good. It was a fun match. GG's. Oh, and Icola joining us as well. Congrats, Icola. Good job.
GG's, Icola.
GG's, Icola.
Yo, GG's.
So yeah, that's what we were saying a few minutes ago, right before you finished, Icola. We were saying this is probably a seed you were pretty happy to have in a round 1 tournament, correct?
Okay, what the hell? I don't speak English very well.
Oh,
Cause I'm French, French frog.
okay, sure. I can ask the question in
So,
French if you want, and then I can translate.
Yes.
Donc, je disais juste que tu as dû être assez content du type de la seed que c'était pour, dans un tournoi, la première ronde, que c'était un AD, puis qu'il fallait faire pas mal tous les donjons. Tu devais être assez content.
Oui, quand j'ai vu l'indice à la rivière, j'étais vraiment, j'étais content, mais après, comme tu vois, pour un AD, c'était quand même assez jet. Et ouais, en vrai, en globalité, ouais, j'étais assez content, à part le fait d'avoir oublié les noix dans Jabu, où j'ai vraiment perdu beaucoup de temps, et mon bongo qui était à chier. Et franchement, je suis pas très content au niveau exé. Niveau exé, je suis pas très content, mais bon, c'est ok.
Mm-hmm. So Icola was saying, a little bit like we were saying earlier, that once he got that hint in Zora's River, he was happy to see it because it confirmed that it was all dungeons, and the seed ended up kind of being straightforward. So he felt pretty confident. He said he wasn't too happy with stuff like forgetting nuts for Baronade or his bongo fight and some execution mistakes overall, but he said it was okay overall, but that really the AD part made him feel a bit more confident. And then for you, ksinjah, so we were wondering, because overall, I think we were we thought your execution was pretty good overall, and a thing that made you lose even more time was that child trip in the end, which gave you a bow, but that bow made you do even more checks. So what made you go back child instead of, let's say, going to GTG or Spirit at that point?
I had a feeling that there was something early sphere that I missed. Like I was at some point I was pretty sure that there's gonna be an early bomb bag or an early bow or early hovers, which in the end was true for both, like bomb bag and bow. So I was correct on that because I had a feeling like, I mean, I was technically out of logic. So, I mean, I don't necessarily know if fire was harvest locked because I just got the BK and left.
Mm-hmm.
So I was a bit scared about that. But yeah, I mean, where was another bow? I assume you found another one then?
We did, and you will find the remaining 2 along your journey. They were both in Spirit Temple.
Oh, okay.
One was just a few checks beyond where you left, and then the other one's on Twin Roba.
Okay.
Yeah, so whatever you did, you couldn't miss a bow.
Yeah, okay.
I think my question for both of you, and what the house, I may need your help a little bit on this for Icola. But the Temple of Time, Way of the Hero hint, what were your thoughts on what that could be and then what it ended up being?
Well, in the beginning, I thought it might have been. Oh, I'm sorry. Might have been Requiem, but also maybe Minuet or something for forest access. But then it was pretty obvious and easy.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Ouais, puis toi, Icola, c'est ça. Qu'est-ce que tu pensais quand tu as vu le Temple of Time, Voix du Héros? Est-ce que tu t'attendais à ce que ça soit... Tu t'es fait plein de scénarios dans ta tête, puis après, c'était juste les lights. Qu'est-ce que tu pensais?
Non, je pensais que c'était sérieux au menu.
Ouais, c'est ça. Ouais, c'était assez décevant de finalement que ce soit juste les lights.
Ouais, c'était ok. De toute façon, d'ici, c'est une bonne zone. Faut pas gamble d'ici, hein. C'est pas bien. Hein.
Yeah, Icola was saying that he was thinking it probably was going to be forest access, and but anyway, that you can't gamble DC. So.
And that's why I wanted to bring it up. I thought it was just because we also ksinjah and Icola, we were also thinking that Forest Axis, we were thinking Requiem. There were so many songs that were possibly available, and then of course it just being Sun Song, we're like, well, okay, well, we know where we need to go, and this is probably something like bow, bomb bag, not bomb bag, but like something like bow, hovers, whatever it might be. And then it was just light arrows, and we're like, well, I guess it's nice, but I don't know if we needed an entire Way of the Hero hint just for this.
For sure. It was
I have
also with DC. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have a question. Where is the first bomb bag?
It was 10 skulls.
Skulls, yeah.
10 skulls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that really late too, Icola.
But inside Galen Castle, it's in logic, no?
I think so. Yeah, that's what we were thinking. And then we were doing logic math in our heads. On pensait à la logique de Ganon's Castle. Puis après, ben bon, on a eu le bon bag sur 10 skulls, donc ça servait peut-être à rien d'imaginer tous les scénarios. Là. Mais je crois qu'il était dans la logique.
Yes. Was fire not bomb locked in no way?
No, because you could just go. Well,
so the hovers.
Well, it's hovers locked.
Yeah, at that point we didn't have the hovers, so we didn't know. But
oh no, I don't know.
I mean, I don't know if you did fire. I didn't, but I mean, technically, fire could be hovers locked, and then I'm pretty sure it's.
No, because it's an item. We don't know, mais c'est un item sur Volvagia. It's an item on Volvagia.
It was an item on Volvagia, so we couldn't know.
Yeah, the one thing is if we could get higher up without having to use any bombs. Because if there was a key that was locking it, then it would be you'd have to get a bomb back or hovers, which I guess is our one question.
Yeah. So could be, but not sure. Yeah, I was wondering about that because that's.
Yes, I'm
I mean, I almost didn't cross too because I thought, because I thought crossing is not in logic. And then I found the lens, and I was like, okay, let's get. I mean, I would have crossed anyways for Minuet. At that point, I was sure, but I was thinking about it. But the lens made it easier for me to decide.
So Icola did GTG before having a bow, so was unable to get that center chest. But Icola, that was the lens of truth.
I skip a lot of check in child, so I don't care about the lens. Just rush density.
Ah oui, puis c'est ça. We were thinking about the big chest in GTG. Donc quand t'étais Mais quand t'étais dans GTG, t'as vu que c'était un gros coffre. Puis est-ce que on a peut-être manqué le nombre de clés? Est-ce qu'il te manquait juste une clé? T'avais 6 clés, c'est ça. Donc, est-ce que t'as pensé un peu peut-être faire les toilettes ou tu t'es dit ça vaut pas la peine puisque ça peut pas être le premier arc logiquement de toute façon?
Non, j'ai rush. Enfin, si, ça aurait pu être. Attends, il n'y avait pas de clé derrière Song of Time. Attends. À droite, il n'y avait pas de clé. De toute façon, ça pouvait pas, de toute façon. Ouais, de toute façon, il fallait l'arc. Hein.
Ouais, c'est ça. Mais ça aurait pu être, les hovers ou un autre arc. Mais en même temps, il fallait que tu fasses les toilettes, puis peut-être que c'était même pas une clé. Donc, c'est ça qu'on se disait que on comprenait ton choix, mais on se disait aussi que, OK, ça pourrait aller des deux côtés.
En 1v1, je suis pas trop fan de faire ça, ouais. Non, puis j'avais tout spirit, et puis j'avais assumé le play, hein, de toute façon.
Ouais, non, c'était comprenable. No, Icola was just saying that at that point he still had progression, he could go straight to spirit, and it was a big time commitment to go to toilet, and for maybe not even a key, for maybe a big chest that has nothing.
When I think
happy the toilet was nice today. Me. Just telling me straight up it's gonna be a key, so not even bother with a decision. So that was nice.
Yeah.
Well, and I think where Icola was in the seed, the only two things that they were missing were bow and hovers, and absolutely that was bow locked. And there was a chance that hovers were even required before that moment. So I could
Yeah.
also understand getting to that point and being like, well, the 2 items that I actually need probably couldn't even be here anyway. So why invest the time or effort?
Yeah.
And you can skip the whale and inside Galen Castle. You can skip that. Let's go.
Well, funny
well.
story on that. C'est assez spécial parce que toi, t'as fait adulte early. T'as eu ton slingshot sur Anju.
Pardon, mais avec ZL et Nocturne et Prélude.
Non, je comprends. Mais ce que je dis, c'est que toi, t'as eu le slingshot, puis pas ksinjah. Donc, elle a pas eu la magie sur, la cible. Donc, pour elle, le pluie, ça l'a sauvé.
Ouais. Non, mais ouais, même si c'est open DQ, t'as 2 champs à cac, t'as Prélude, t'as Nocturne. Tellement.
Ouais, non. Moi, je comprends le choix.
J'ai reconnu.
Ouais. Mais c'était juste le fait que ksinjah, sinon, s'il n'y avait pas eu la magie dans le puits, peut-être qu'elle n'aurait jamais eu cette magie.
C'est ça.
Yeah, Icola was saying that even with open deku, when you have prelude like that and you're going to the ranch, he likes to go adult and maybe like you're looking for minuet, a bit like we were talking at the beginning, that the song layout, you kind of you go adult and you try to get some better songs before you come back child, which was crazy because that slingshot did almost end up. It could have made the race like almost over right at the beginning, but luckily there was a magic because of the magic. There was a magic on slingshot target.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
and slingshot on Andrew,
which could have been the only accessible magic.
Wait, but my magic was super early too.
Yeah, it was in the well.
Oh yeah.
But at that point, we didn't know.
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
So yeah, we were a bit nervous at the beginning, but then at least there was one in the well. So.
Well, okay. I do apologize. I just got paged and a sick child needs me, so I am gonna have to step away from comms. However, ksinjah, Icola, GG's to the both of you. ksinjah, you did an absolutely fabulous job, and
thanks.
Keep kicking butt and taking names. Icola, good luck in the second round against Monsieur Leon. And I will see y'all later.
Thanks, Doc. It was fun. See you later.
Okay, take care, y'all.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, let's ask about your potential matchup. Icola, c'est quoi tes premières impressions de ton matchup contre Morceau Lion?
Morceau Lion, c'est pas un débutant. Faut faire attention. Mais ça va, on verra.
Oui, il y a eu des bons résultats dans les qualifs, donc.
Ouais.
Donc, il est la seed.
Ouais, et puis on parle souvent ensemble, on analyse souvent les seeds ensemble. Donc,
cool, ok.
Ouais, c'est un très bon joueur.
Oui,
pour moi, c'est un très bon joueur.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Icola saying that Morceau Lion, definitely not a beginner, to watch out. He thinks it's going to be okay, but he says to watch out, that he's a good player and that they talk often and that they analyze seeds together. So that should be a good match, full French matchup. Hopefully he gets a restream. I think it's going to be a good matchup.
And he's French.
Yeah, the French matchup. Let's go.
So he's good.
Yeah, that's it's in his blood. No, right now on stream.
Where am I right now?
Where? Id forced a pull, pushing the block.
Oh no. Yippee.
But no, it's gonna be. There's a lot of good players in this bracket left. I think it's pretty cool. Just the fact that to have a tournament like this that's quick and that's going to be fully done in less than a month. I think it's nice to have that in the middle of the in the middle of the rando season, to have an event like this with so many good players in top 32. I think it's great. Or you're not moving anymore on stream. I guess that's when you joined the interview.
Yeah, I think so. Probably.
But yeah, at this point, I don't know how if we're cutting at some point.
Yeah, just wanted to say I'm really happy that I was honestly kind of surprised that I made it to brackets. Didn't even consider in the beginning to join. But yeah, was fun. So yeah, thanks Mara and stuff for organizing.
Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like basically right before you joined. So it's too bad you didn't hear
okay.
it. But we were saying that
Yeah.
how it's a great accomplishment to qualify for top 32. That a lot of good players didn't make it, and that you should be proud. And that today, yeah, you were playing Icola. That's hard, but that it was
Yeah.
a good performance. And
Yeah,
yeah,
I'm really happy about it. Like, I mean, I wasn't planning on winning, so I'm okay with that. And I mean, with AD, it's obvious that the execution difference is gonna be even bigger, I guess. But yeah, no, I'm okay with everything. So I mean, the bomb bag was a bit worrying. I was so happy that I found the strength in graveyard because I was like, oh, I don't know how to do King Dodongo with bomb juice, and that would have been like such an early decider. So yeah. So I was happy that I could at least finish DC and get the song. I mean, in
yeah,
the end, it didn't really super matter, but you don't think about light arrows in the beginning. You think it's something bigger.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And the fact that we did laugh a little bit because we've all been there. But the King Dodongo with the strength, I'm assuming you were looking at your notes or something when you missed the first drop.
No, I sometimes am just too slow.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Sometimes I'm with the walking backwards. I'm just too slow. So
Oh, okay.
no.
We've definitely seen it where you just backlog there, too
But
little bit
yeah,
too late because
whoops.
of notes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and other than that, so Icola, donc si t'avais, voilà, c'est avec le tournoi, le top 32, est-ce
Ouais.
que comment tu crois à tes chances de gagner le tournoi? Est-ce que tu es confiant? Comment?
Bah, c'est pas évident, hein. C'est pas évident, hein. C'est pas évident déjà parce que les settings ça peut durer 1h30 comme ça peut durer 3 heures des fois.
Mhm.
Et après, bah, il y a beaucoup de bons joueurs. Après, il y en a pas beaucoup, mais je sais qu'il y a moyen que j'arrive déjà en quart de finale, et en quart de finale, bah, il y a moyen que j'affronte Kariosa. Donc déjà, en fait, Kariosa, c'est celui
Ah
qui
oui,
me fait
c'est vrai.
peur tout le temps.
C'est vrai
Pour
que
moi, le meilleur joueur, ça reste Kariosa,
oui,
même
le
s'il a
silent
pas la
killer.
meilleure, il a pas la meilleure exécution du monde. Il est pas, c'est pas le meilleur en termes d'exé, mais
Mais
c'est
il y
le
a les
plus dangereux.
résultats.
C'est le plus
Ouais.
dangereux.
Mhm.
Pour moi, j'ai
Ouais,
peur
puis
de Kariosa, mais voilà. Après, c'est mon
c'est ça.
teammate.
Ah, c'est vrai.
On fait le multi-ward ensemble, ouais. Et
C'est
puis
vrai,
on se
vous
parle tout le
deux
temps,
et You.
on est tout le temps ensemble, ouais, avec Kariosa aussi, donc je le connais bien et ouais, d'expérience, il est très très dangereux, mais
Mhm.
voilà, c'est la cible à abattre. Après le reste, bon, après je sais qu'il y a Sponge, il y a toi.
Ah, Sponge est même pas dans le tournoi. Ça.
Ah non, Sponge il le fait online, enfin offline, enfin c'est pas, il le fait sur place quoi, non? Ah non, il le fait pas du tout?
Non, je crois, il va être là sur place.
Ok. Ouais, bah c'est ça en fait, c'est Kariosa.
Ouais, c'est ça qu'on disait que juste avant que le fait qu'il y ait un tournoi comme ça en plein milieu de la saison, que c'est ça, il n'y a pas autant de joueurs que si c'était la saison 6 ou comme ça, mais que c'est quand même un bracket qui a un bon nombre de bons joueurs, mais que c'est ça, c'est le fait que c'est court, le fait que c'est juste quelques semaines, puis après c'est fini. C'est ça qui est cool aussi que je trouve.
Ouais.
So Icola was just saying that in the whole bracket, the player he's the most scared of is Cariosa, which I mean, no surprise, the season 5 champion, and his results speak for themselves. But that they're also teammates in the multi-world tournament, and that he knows how he plays, and he knows that, yeah, he's definitely the scariest opponent, and he would be projected to play him in the quarterfinals. So he thinks that's the biggest step in front of him if he wants to win the tournament.
I see. That's going to be a good matchup if that happens.
Yeah. Okay, so I think at this point we are ready to sign off. So, alors merci Icola. Je sais pas si tu as quelque chose que tu voulais rajouter pour terminer.
À chier.
Ok, bon ben, good luck in your next match.
Yes, thank you.
Good luck, Icola.
Et
Thank you for
GG, ksinjah. I don't know, I don't know comment ça se prononce, mais.
It's fine.
And yeah, GG's ksinjah.
Thank
And
you.
again, congrats for qualifying and good luck. I think you're in the multi-world tournament, right? Yeah, in the multi-world tournament and league. Those are the next steps right now.
Yeah, that's true.
So good luck with those. And then... Okay, they left me responsible for this, which is very scary.
You got this.